The tape. Let's grind. The tape. We do it a little bit different around here.
We ain't gonna play. Shut up and grind the tape.
Let's grind.
We ain't gonna play. Them dogs in your face.
Let's grind.
We ain't gonna play. Shut up and grind the tape.
The tape. Let's grind.
We ain't gonna play. Them dogs in your face. Shut up and grind.
Let's grind.
Grind the tape, bro.
Let's grind.
Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape.
The tape. Let's grind.
Grind the tape, bro.
Let's grind.
Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape, bro. Shut up and grind. Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape.
The tape.
Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape, bro.
The tape.
UGA game day, boy, we ball out. Pull up, put the whole conference in the doghouse. Leave them 6 feet, see me on the win streak. All-star status, go coach, and the bench deep. Right. Offense on 10, how we run it? Your best ain't nothing, we gon' send them boys punting. Yeah. Black and red, got them dead on arrival. Defense hunkered down for the tie. Hey, you don't want it with the dogs. Film guy on it, you don't want it with my dog. Break it down, play by play, that's the day-to-day. They know we ain't come to play, boy, it's UGA. Kirby smart, I cannot play the fool. Back to back, we did not come to lose. Back to back, like we got something to prove. Pay your dues, dog nation on the move. What's up?
We do it a little bit different around here.
We ain't gonna play. Shut up and grind the tape.
The tape.
We ain't gonna play. Them dogs in your face.
Let's grind.
We ain't gonna play. Shut up and grind the tape.
Shut up. Let's grind.
We ain't gonna play. Them dogs in your face. Shut up and grind.
Let's grind.
Grind the tape, bro.
Let's grind.
Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape.
The
Shut
tape.
up and grind.
Let's grind.
Grind the tape, bro.
Let's grind.
Grind the tape, bro.
Let's grind.
Grind the tape, bro. Shut up and grind.
Grind
the tape, bro. Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape. Shut up and grind. Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape, bro. Grind the tape, bro.
Shut up. The tape.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to MBR, or as we like to call it around here, Nothing But Rants, the show where I find topics that I'm oddly passionate about and I pontificate upon them. These are not hot takes, but rather takes that I'm hot about. What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Wednesday evening. We got a loaded one for you as always. We have several news stories, boys. Got an absolutely slam-packed weekend of college football, but we got news to talk about tonight, and obviously a job that is went from, hey, pretty rocky to, nope, he gone. Like he's working to get out. They're working to get him out. Everybody's working to get out up there at North Carolina. Interesting story there to start the show. We're going to be there. But Kirby wants to cook somebody. Apparently somebody's getting a full-throated, I don't like what you just did take from Christian Kirby tonight.
Very, very passionate, yes.
Oh, we love to see it. We love to see a rant from somebody not named yours truly here on this network. Can't wait to sit back and watch that one. Obviously, we got much more here on a Wednesday. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, rate, review. If you missed any portion of tonight's broadcast, it is made readily available, however, wherever you get your podcast. Do me a favor, all right, you avid listeners, all right, you ones that really tote the company line for us, all right, and really go to war for us every time we ask you to, go wherever you get your podcast and leave a review for me. Just once. I don't ever ask for podcast stuff, but just do it. Let's see what happens there. I peeped them numbers the other day. We could do better. We could do better on the ratings over there because ratings drive the actual how many times they put that in front of random people, which I don't even know how many people are randomly podcasting anymore. Let's get to this Bill Belichcick podcast. Let's get to this Bill Belichick story, gentlemen. This one popped up out of nowhere today from Ali Connolly. I don't mean to say popped up out of nowhere. It's obviously been clear that this is not going well. This is not going well out there in North Carolina. But we have reporting today that both sides are kind of working and angling to get out of this situation right now. This comes from Ollie Connolly up there on Twitter on Chapel Hill. There's reporting that says Belichick is willing to, quote, trigger his own buyout to $1 million, basically like get his buyout all the way down, which they bypassed in July, right? There was a time where basically if you fired this guy by July, it got so bad so quickly, it's so obvious that this sucks. By July, you can just fire him. Or if he opts out and goes to the NFL by July, it's null and void, basically. They're trying to get to a point where both sides are to where you can trigger this, quote, if Bill Belichick finds a safe landing, was that the word and verbiage on this, guys?
Yes.
Safe landing within coaching or television. So we have this weird thing where they played this weekend, right? Are they on a bye?
I don't know, actually.
We have this weird thing where the head coach of North Carolina is actively seeking a, quote, safe landing spot, while the athletic administration, meanwhile, is actively self-reporting and self-investigating themselves for recruiting violations. I was having a conversation with a football coach today. Hey, newsflash here. If you're trying at all to win football games, I don't mean to out all you football coaches that love to listen to this network. If you're trying at all, you're cheating. You're doing something that I could get you fired for cause for if I really, really, really tried hard enough to look for, even in the day of NIL. All right, I know that sounds crazy, but whether it be you violate, remember how quickly it came out that they were violating practice structures?
Yeah.
Practicing too long? Puh, buddy, 99.9% of college football programs violating the time rule on NCAA. There's millions of examples I could get you with on that if I really wanted to get you for cause. And they're trying to get this man for cause. Meanwhile, he's trying to actively get up out of this place.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to gauge on which side wants this to happen more. Like, is it UNC wanting Bill Belichick out of here more, or is it Bill Belichick being like, yeah, this college stuff sucks. I don't want to do this anymore. I've already figured this out 6 weeks into the season. I want to get up out of here. Y'all can do whatever. I'll either go coach somewhere else or I'll just sit on a news desk somewhere and talk football.
The idea that he was relatively decent on television there for a while. I should say something else. I was about to say the idea that he wants to go grind on television is crazy to me, but I can see it, I guess. What?
Bill Belichick grinding on TV, you could see?
Like the grind required to be good at television.
Okay.
I mean, all jokes aside, I saw him like widespread, literally on the beach, holding his 24-year-old girlfriend up on Instagram.
Fair.
This 73-year-old man out here is insane.
Yeah. I mean, this situation is very clearly two parties that didn't realize what they signed up for once they got into it, and now they are fully committed, and it's very much like, oh my God, how can we get out of this situation?
Who in sports has ruined their legendary? I mean, this guy 18 months ago, let's call it 24 months ago. 24 months ago, Bill Belichick was the greatest of all time, unequivocal. Some people would say it was due to Brady even at that point because he had won with the Bucs, right? Won without you kind of deal, and it kind of tempered out. Let's call it 36 months before it went bad with the Patriots, right? Mac Jones' year. After that, call it quits. What was that, like 36 months ago? Greatest of all time, unequivocally. Like nobody, maybe somebody would say the Saban thing, but most people in the football world at that time would be like, nah, never did it in the league. This is the big league, Sunday league. He's the greatest of all time, period, point blank. Now, 36, 40 months later, it's like, whoa, just absolutely tanked it. Now, short of crime, right, who has done something like this to their resume? I couldn't find an example. We searched. I brought it really to the chat because us three sat here for 5-10 minutes pre-show.
Yeah.
Couldn't come up with a single name.
The only one that comes even somewhat close and is somewhat comparable, I would say, is Aaron Rodgers, where the last 5 or 6 years of his career have been really damaging to his legacy. If you go back to like 2017, 2018, he's been put up there with Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, all these other guys. Obviously, we've seen the last few years of his career haven't been that great, but even then, Bill Belichick wipes the floor.
Don't we feel like the Rodgers thing is more sensationalism, both on his end and people reacting to some of the things that he does?
Yeah, for sure.
Than his play on the field.
Well, I mean,
I feel like he's been injured and he's played relatively decent for a 42 2-year-old.
I mean, he had.
I don't watch a lot of Sunday ball.
He had a rough season with the Jets last year. He's been all right
Okay.
in Pittsburgh so far, but
the Jets are 0-6 right now, right? Or 0 whatever.
yeah,
They're a pretty bad organization.
correct.
And what are the Steelers doing right now?
I think they're
Doing typical Mike Tomlin
Steelers,
football.
Yeah.
they're going to end up 500?
Yeah.
and
Probably.
above? Okay, so standard Steelers football, he's playing averagely
Yeah.
at 40. I feel like most of his stuff is just sensational headlines. Trapped himself in a closet in a dark room for 72 hours, said some interesting things about the shot, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not football. This is – he can't coach? Holy hell. And obviously all the off-the-field stuff with the girlfriend.
And I think because I think what's hard about this conversation is you don't get a lot of people that enter themselves into the GOAT conversation to begin with.
Ooh,
So-
Anderson Silva's a great shout.
Anderson Silva is a very good
It's a
shout.
great shout.
A classic stayed in too long.
See, no, Mike Tyson, prison,
Yeah.
doesn't count. Prison's face tats can't count,
So considering the fact that not a lot of people get to enter their names into the GOAT conversation to begin with, it's kind of hard to find examples like this. I would kind of say a name that comes to my mind of someone who just immediately teetered off. Like this guy hit the highest of highs, looked like he was just going to absolutely roll for the rest of his career, and then he makes a choice that probably wasn't the best for himself, but money came calling. What? You seem like you want to guess.
I do, but it's way off the rails. No way we have same note mentally right here.
I'm talking about Jimbo Fisher.
I'm talking about Jason Hayward.
Mm.
You just described Jason Hayward as well. Jason Hayward was like, oh my God, he might be the greatest. Wait a minute. We gave him $160 million and now he sucks. He can't hit a slider. What's going on?
Yeah. I feel like Jason Hayward got put into this Arch Manning conversation of everybody was just throwing it out there of this is the greatest thing ever. This is the best Brave ever. It's going to happen. And
See, a lot of people doing the Mike Vick thing. Again, prison. Prison. It doesn't count. We're talking about don't do the other, Orenthal. Don't do that one either. All right, because prison at one point later.
Yeah.
But not for,
Well, he's acquitted.
didn't fit. We don't have too many examples of these.
No, I
No,
mean,
you
Bill
don't.
Belichick is the epitome of this, in my opinion, of the most catastrophic fall from grace.
Top 5 reasons we should have known. Top 5, by the way, buckle in for top 5 night. I mean, this is top 5 nights of all top 5 nights. We're going to have more top 5s than you've ever seen in a podcast or radio show or segment like this ever. Top 5 reasons we should have known this was going to be a poop show out there at North Carolina. Number 5, the initial hiring process. Like the idea that everybody was kind of honing in on real candidates, and then one big booster who controls 75% of their booster pool is like, hey, I'm pulling all my money if we don't hire Bill Belichick. Belichick has called me and he wants to, take this job. Does he really want to take the job? No, not really. He wants to take a job so his son can get a job, which is number 4. Number 4, the nepotism clause in this contract. Should have known. Should have known. The moment we look at the contract and it's like, hey, if this works, if this works, you have to hire my son to take over after I'm gone. That was rather crazy. That was rather weird. Number 3, the 60 Minutes interview. The Jordan Hudson standing in the corner. We're not talking about that. Are you controlling this man? What's going on here? Are you a magic robot? Are you mind controlling him right now? What's going on? This is a guy who was like, keep the main thing, do your job, all no distraction stuff. And now we're out here talking about the girlfriend. Number 2, the records request story. The records request story, for those of you who don't remember, Bill Belichick and Jennifer Hudson were caught emailing each other, basically talking about, hey, don't be out here talking about Steve Belichick as Bill Belichick's son. Don't be out here talking about Jennifer Hudson, the girlfriend. Talk about her as the general sports brilliant manager, CEO moving forward. Don't be out here doing this. Don't be out here doing that. 900 emails publicly released because he didn't realize he was at a publicly funded university, which means all of his EDU email chains were public request records. You could get them publicly immediately if you just submitted a request with the local officials. Had no idea. Why would he know that? Why would he not know that? Because he's never coached college football. And number one, the reason we should have realized this was never working. He was dating a 24-year-old. Period.
Yeah.
That he met on a plane.
There were certainly a lot of red flags that popped up before this thing even got rolling. And I feel like and it's proof that this did happen because nobody.
Did I vamp long enough for you guys to hit the injury report news?
Oh, yeah, we're good.
It's out.
Bangarang. How about that?
And it certainly became true when they got obliterated by TCU in the first week of college football because nobody talked about it.
That should have been OLI.
It was like Bill Belichick is an afterthought. Nobody's even talking about what's happening. Like, I couldn't even tell you what happened in their last 4 games. Like, that's how irrelevant they became after that one game. But there were so many red flags, and then you are an embarrassment on national TV on Monday night. Like, you're the solo shot for this day. And that was it. That was all anybody needed to know of this is not going to work.
Chat's talking Mark Sanchez again.
Bound to be prison.
Yeah, legal troubles at least.
True play, for sure.
Yeah.
But also, like, let's not pretend Mark Sanchez had this illustrious legacy when he left the NFL. I mean,
it was butt fumble.
He's most known for the butt fumble.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I call it a fall from grace.
Stabbing a 69-year-old that was changing oil or butt fumble.
I mean, I'm going to go beating up a 69-year-old.
Yeah, I'm going to go beating up a 69-year-old as well. Butt fumble was pretty bad, though.
Yeah, it was.
Atrocious. But
I mean, Jets fans probably thought you deserved prison time for that, but you're actually facing real time for this one.
yeah,
That kind of stinks.
very unfortunate situation for all involved.
Other news, you can bet on pro ball now as a college football player.
I don't, this was
I thought
so
this was
weird.
insanity.
This is you're
I'm
asking
not
for
look,
trouble.
we're obviously not against gambling. Shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. We're obviously not against anything like this. I just thought it was wild to be out here talking about it. Like, dude, just look the other way. If you're going to look the other way, just look the other way. Don't tell people you're going to look the other way.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. I mean,
You're
you've
just
almost
asking for trouble.
Yeah, you've kind of incentivized to some degree this behavior, which we all know is only going to probably likely lead to more behavior that's where you're affecting games and shaving points and all of this stuff. Not to say that this is going to happen, but you're opening the door for it more than ever. I don't get it.
I just think it's a bad combination of we are throwing millions of dollars at college athletes, and now we're also going to make it legal for them to.
Well, I don't think it was
sports
ever.
bet.
I don't even know if it was illegal. I don't know if there was any rule. This was just like, hey, y'all are allowed. This looked like a public PR statement of, hey, you're not going to get in trouble if you bet on pro football.
Yeah.
I don't think currently you get in trouble if you bet on pro football. It's only if you bet on your team. That's all the reports I ever get seen. And the only reports I ever see are people betting on themselves in college football.
Right.
Or betting on their own teams. Now, in pro ball, there's a lot of guys getting caught for prop plays and stuff like that, it seems. But I did not imagine that this would have to be said. This reminds me of the old, I was telling you guys pre-show. Everybody back, at least when I was playing college football, the very first thing you were told at any party where there were any, illicits, anything that the NCAA told you that they were drug testing for, anytime, the first time you ever went to one of those parties as a student athlete, after just getting done with the NCAA meeting where they make you watch, a half a dozen 30-minute videos about what you can and can't do as a student athlete, right? Your GPA requirements, what they actually drug test for, why you can't take money back in the day, like all these things. They make you go through these seminars. It's syllabus week. So what do you, it's college. Like, you're going to parties as a freshman. And the very first thing they tell you as a veteran, or the vets tell you, is like, don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that drug testing stuff they just told you. That stuff's not until later. That stuff's not until this selective window. You'll have this certain amount of time. Everybody knew the ways around it. So I don't understand why we have to out here say it.
Yeah.
The vets would have known. All right, hey, if you want to get your gambling fix, go and take it to the Sunday stuff. Just don't be touching the college game. You can't bet on this stuff. I don't understand why we got to make the known loud. You know what I mean?
I totally agree with what you're saying. It creates a weird incentive now that maybe a player that had no idea that you could do this is not going to go out and do that. You're going to have more players gambling, which only increases the risk that you get players point shaving within your league, which then that becomes an entire disastrous monstrosity of trying to police as well. So I don't get why you would just come out and be like, yeah, you can do this. Just don't punish him for it.
Yeah.
Chat's talking Pete Rose. Not prison, but
Trouble.
gambling.
Yeah,
I
trouble.
thought the best one that Chad shouted out was Antonio Brown.
insanity,
Ooh.
which I would argue the decisions and choice of women here pretty insane.
Antonio Brown
Pretty
is
insane.
Antonio Brown might actually be the next best example of like this guy was going down as a top 3 receiver all time,
Yeah,
and is
top
now
6.
top 5. I mean,
Yeah.
semantics. Like one of the best
Well, I mean,
receivers of all time.
I think anybody who's watched football, in my opinion, I think there's a pretty consensus top 3. Jerry, Randy, Theo. Like it's hard to break the 3.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not.
For him to even get in the top 3 is crazy. But yeah, I'm with you. A great example. Antonio Brown is a tremendous example there.
Yeah, so that's another unfortunate one. But
Josh says he has severe CTE. I mean, Bill Belichick has had the decision-making process of someone who has severe something as of late. I mean, again, the audacity. I don't even know if I mentioned this. The audacity that they were on U.S. Weekly with him sitting in a chair and her standing behind the kingdom of the throne or whatever they were doing on U.S. Dude, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So think about this. Think about the decision-making process here. They are putting themselves on the front of a major magazine 2 days ago, knowing good and damn well that he is actively seeking to negotiate his own buyout in what is the most historically hilarious, most hysterical failures that there is as a head football coach in college football. What? That is some of the most insane decision-making I have seen in a long time.
It's just funny because, like,
CTE decision-making. Question it.
And
Are you okay?
like considering where you would rank this job, North Carolina's head coaching job amongst all of the college football
Some
programs.
insane stuff there, too. Sorry.
And like for a guy to be at the pinnacle of this sport, I mean the top of like all of football, not even just the NFL. Like this is the guy that was at the top of the mountain for all of football, and you take a middling job at North Carolina for what reason? Like, what are you trying to gain here? What are you trying to prove here? I know that there was some, you probably felt disrespected for how things ended at New England, but just felt like a lost cause.
Top 5 jobs available. Number 1, Arkansas.
yeah,
I agree.
I don't think Florida's open anymore right now. We can't.
It's still
TBD. For the love of God, we know Scott Sinclair's looking for any reason not to fire him. So he just got one this weekend for at least an extended period of time. Number 2, North Carolina. I mean, that job is indeed open. I think it's a great one. I think it's or at least a really good high-end ACC job. I know the revenue split is supposed to be, you would think, a little bit different up there. It wasn't. Bill Belichick had convinced them to spend $15 million or $13 million of that rev share on college football on their roster. So he just pissed it away. So you would assume the next football coach does something with it.
So you have North Carolina higher than Virginia Tech.
I do. I think, and for general purposes of location of athletes, like the general the Carolina football, like Carolinas, both of them, North and South Carolina, the high school football product is ramping up at a really, really high rate. The Grimsleys of the world. Where's TID from? Daphne.
Oh, yeah.
Great high school football programs in that area. I think it's not a much better job. I think it's a slightly better job than Vatech.
That's fair.
Who I have number 3.
There you
And
go.
I have Oklahoma State number 4, and I have UCLA number 5. No puns here intended tonight. No jokes. Even though that Lee County job, damn good job. The Gruden stuff, man. Like I don't know if he's going to take one of these jobs. I feel like the Gruden thing has been the Gruden thing for like 15 years now. When did he get that job on Monday Night Football? 2011?
About that, yeah.
2012? And then the contract expired there, and he got into Oakland Raider football?
Yeah,
Is that how that worked?
That was in about 20,
Raider fan? Is that how that worked?
2018. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
And also,
maybe he does it again.
Well, also, by the way, you're telling me UNC, the school that just went and hired a former NFL great and got burnt, is going to go out and say, yeah, let's go get John Gruden, the guy who's been working at Barstool Sports.
Without talking about anything specific with regards to the emails, are the emails look-awayable for a college football program to hire him? I know some of the jokeable things. Like, they're not jokeable. I'm not saying you can joke about these things. I'm saying I know some of the things he said that everyone repeats, but the real crux of the reason he got fired is it look-awayable? Has enough time passed?
I don't know. Yeah.
Without sitting here dragging Gruden.
Yes or no?
Because it's the conversation you have to have about hiring.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, if we're going to bring this, he might be a great football
Well,
coach.
here's-
I love his stuff. Like, I love how much he loves football.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be serious. We have to be a real conversation about, if you want to hire this guy, is the stuff look-awayable?
What makes it so complicated is it immediately becomes look-awayable if you start winning games. And he hasn't been provided the opportunity to do so
you're going to go
yet.
10 months without playing a game.
I totally get it. Totally agree with you. So I don't know. Right now, I would say no. It's going to put a lot of unnecessary heat on your program, but if he starts winning, hell.
I mean, it's a good point right here from my man Mike in the chat. I mean, if Petrino gets this job at Arkansas, then all hell can break loose.
A bit more time has passed, though, ref. So
yeah, and he was having an affair.
Yeah.
Not saying things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, dude, he hit both dartboards.
He hit it
You know
all.
what I mean? He hit it all,
Bro,
dude.
he
He
was
was out here. It was like a Family Guy episode. He was out here offending everybody.
He was a bull in a China. He was a bull in a China shop, dude.
I mean, they had 900 emails on him.
Yeah.
So I mean, to his credit, like we have to give Family Guy credit. He was spreading the wealth.
Yeah.
You know,
He wasn't.
he was spreading the wealth.
He wasn't just targeting one group.
No, he was not.
Everybody was
he had
getting it.
smoke for everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, news. QB rankings just hit the desk.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, right here. You want SEC or national first?
We always start with the SEC. Let's build.
Oh, man, you got to guess wrong. Let's start with the SEC.
Oh.
10-1, 1-10.
10-1.
Oh, man, you got to guess wrong.
You did 1-10 last week.
Let's go 10-1.
All right.
Number 10, Blake Chafin.
Ooh. Okay.
I just wish they'd get him a left tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was struggling against
It's
A&M
tough,
last
man.
week.
I did chew some butt, though, on that sideline. Did you watch that? He was tearing into some offensive line.
Yeah.
I like to see that. I like to see college quarterbacks willing to, go over there and tell them, hey, try not to get me killed today. That'd be nice.
Loves a good butt chewing, right?
Hey, everybody loves a good butt chewing. Number 9, Pribs.
Yeah. Could skyrocket after this
skyrocket.
week. Potential.
Could go all the way up to perhaps 6 or 7. Number 8, Nuss. Just steady, all just leave him where he's at. He had a bye week last week.
Yeah,
right?
well, yeah.
A lot of bye weeks.
Won the bye week. Good for him.
Won the bye week.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Keep being 1-0.
Their non-con lately has been bye weeks too. Number 7, Taylor Green.
Yeah.
Another win the bye week guy. We'll see how he looks this week with head coach Bobby P. Number 6, Diego took a decline this week.
Unfortunately.
Slight decline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pavia Stan took a L. Number 5, Gunnar Stockton.
Oh, back up in the
Yeah.
rankings a little bit.
He just hold serve, actually. I think he stayed at 5 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, I thought he was behind Pavia last week.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Pavia dropped, but it was more of a Pavia drop than a Gunnar play well. He kind of just, he was, 190 this past week? It was just very
Played like Gunnar Stockton.
played like Gunnar Stockton. The run game was really, really good work, though. That's honestly, going into the season, we said ideal stat line, 250. 200 yards passing, 50 yards rushing.
225 and 50.
Because if he's
yeah.
rushing for 50 yards, they rushing for 250 is the way we've kind of
He had
felt about
NFL
them.
film guys talking about his agility. That's how impressive it was.
Who?
It was one of the accounts I
Buddy
followed.
on IG?
It was no.
Oh,
it
With
was
the
those-
rainbow microphone?
One of the rookie
No,
watches.
The one with the flow?
No, it wasn't
That
one
guy,
of those.
that guy out
accounts.
here, man, whew,
I think
he's out here doing work. I don't know if I don't even know if we have like friends of friends, but my man with the you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Jonathan?
Oh, yeah.
The man with the rainbow microphone that's out here doing the film breakdowns on the NFL stuff. Whoo, man, he got the juice. I wonder if he can do that for like 60 minutes unscripted. Like non-cuts, like non-edit cuts,
Yeah.
not like holding him tight. Like, hey, can we get up and run a room? Because if you can, buddy, like you got ultimate juice. We need to be out here streaming. We need to be out here doing like crazy work, son, because you got elite
NFL draft
football
files.
knowledge. NFL draft files. They out here talking ball about Gunner's agility, huh? Interesting. Number 4, Marcel Reed.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a good
Can
read.
we just take a chill pill in the pocket?
Mm-hmm.
They got
Oh, my
great
gosh.
offensive line out there. I don't understand it. Do you think it's maybe? I mean, he's only about 6'1", Jonathan. Do you think it's maybe because he feels like he can't see windows? He doesn't trust what he sees yet.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, he certainly looks like he's salsa dancing.
Bro, it's like
the feet are constantly moving.
they're constantly moving.
And that explains, again, kind of why this offense sputters at times.
That deep ball I showed you today was a little bit concerning, was it not?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, again, it's just kind of the territory that you accept with Marcel Reed is that still a work in progress, and that's something that you can fix, and you hope that it gets fixed. But the ceiling and what he can accomplish, I mean, it's certainly one of the best in the conference right now.
Gold all on my watch. Gold all on my chain. Trinidad Chambliss, number 3.
Wow. Keeps climbing.
Yep. Number 2, Joey Aguilar. That is Trinidad James, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, Joey Aguilar. Bye week. Win the bye week.
Win the bye week.
Numero uno, Ty Simpson. Hey, let's see what you got this weekend, Mateer. You know, with 9 fingers.
He was listed as questionable, by the way.
He gonna play.
Think so?
He gonna play. I hope so. I hope he shows back up like the daggum Terminator. I'll be back. Walk out there and just.
So my question for this would be, amongst this group of Lenore Sellers, Arch Manning, and DJ Lagway, who of the 3 is the closest to breaking back into the list?
It's got to be Lagway, right?
You know I'm itching to spark the spoon back up.
Oh, I don't mean to bring you back. My bad.
I'm itching to spark the spoon.
You know what?
Come on, dog.
I didn't mean to do that to you. I don't want to tempt you back to anything that you don't want to. So that's on me. But I was just curious.
Yeah, it would be him. He's still, playing good ball.
You'll find out with this schedule coming up.
I mean, he's got a chance. He goes 3-2 in there. I'm singing praises. And look, I tweeted it to South Carolina fans today. If you find it, I'm just, I'm in recovery. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm watching. I'm admiring, but I'm in recovery. College football top 10. You want to hear it?
Yeah. Let's hear the
all right, here we go. Let's start with the ICUs. I see you, Malik Washington. I still see.
He just gonna stay there?
I mean, but he had a big lead, kind of squandered it as a football team, which is why I see Demond Williams. I see you, my man. I see you.
Is Malik Washington the best freshman quarterback right now?
Ooh, Jared Sagapatule is going through some growing pains right now.
Yeah,
there's Bryce Underwood, obviously, but
did we talk about what Manny Diaz did to Sagapatule?
We talked about it off air,
bro. Have you heard this? He admitted this live television. The only hey coach, what were the halftime adjustment interviews I've ever seen that actually relayed like real information. He come up out of the half, Sagapatule shredding Duke. I mean, they're up like 21-7, maybe 28-7, just walking it on his butt. They get into the half and come out of the half, and the girl's like, "Hey coach, Manny, what's the game plan? How you going to adjust to Sagapatule?" And he goes, "Well, to be honest with you, we just changed the whole defense. Just changed the whole defense at half. Just got a whole new game plan. We'll see if it works." 3 picks and a dub for the Blue Devils. How about that?
I think they shut them out in the second half.
Shut them out. 3 picks and a dub for the Blue Devils.
That honestly,
no adjustments, though, in college football. None.
None.
I wish I could find that guy in real life and just shake him like a cartoon character. Really?
Like Homer Simpson.
Yeah, just really? There's no adjustments in college? And then give him a noogie. A fresh noogie.
The last time you delivered
and
a good
then maybe
noogie.
a wet willy.
A wet willy?
Yep, and just make him feel emasculated.
Wet willies are terrible.
It's not enough to make him
It's
feel
the worst.
like a dum-dum.
Oh, dude, wet willy?
Wet willies are tough. CJ Carr, I see you too. It was all right.
Look fine.
Still not on the list, though. Didn't even make the ICU.
Looks like a fine quarterback.
I'm just talking about him. You know who else ain't on there? And y'all know I love him. Bryce Underwood ain't on there. I don't hear no Michigan fans showing up hating on that. Where's that at? He's playing great ball right now. He's getting failed on by left and right by all of his receivers. But he ain't on this list. I don't see nobody complaining about it. So there's that. Any other pushbacks? Oh, I didn't even go through my list. Number 10, Julian Sayin. Y'all finally took the Lambo out, and it turns out you got a relatively decent driver. He didn't put it in the wall. How about that? Trinidad Chambliss, number 9. Dylan Raiola, number 8. Winning the bye weeks, both of them.
Wow.
Number 7, Caden Hauser. Shout out to the Pirates. Swing your sword out there, Caden. Number 6, Francisco Mendoza. He's got a brother that's
Fernando Mendoza?
Didn't know that.
Fernando. I always want to call him Francisco. I think his brother might be Francisco. Honest to God, look it up. I think they're Fernando and Francisco. They're both Mendozas. They both play for the Hoosiers. They both can sling the pill a little bit. Fernando a little bit better. Number 5, Joey Aguilar.
Okay.
Number 4, the Big Mother Chucker. You know who that is? Let's see if you listen to the own show that you're on. Don't give him the answer.
I know exactly who this is.
Don't give him the answer. Let's see if you listen to the show that you're on.
It's the guy that you thought was from the Midwest. He's like 6'5". I'm blanking on
who is the Big Mother Chucker?
Give me a hint. Because he was on the list
Animal
last week.
mascot.
Yeah, that really narrows it down.
What the hell?
Well, I don't want to give it too much.
All right,
Shame on you.
Give it to me.
It's Sawyer Robinson.
Oh, damn.
Number 3, Carson Beck. You have the other brother?
His name is definitely not Francisco Mendoza.
Dang. That's unfortunate.
Trying to get the Freudian slip in there like it's not just a football brain moment.
Number 2, Ty Simpson. Number 1, Dante Moore.
So only 3 SEC quarterbacks in your top 10, huh?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, not a lot of great quarterback play.
I would agree.
Not a lot of top-end elite quarterback play right now in the league.
It's weird, though, because we came into the season like, man, look at all these quarterbacks. And then through the first 3 games, it was like, man, look at all these quarterbacks that aren't Arch, DJ Lagway, and Lenora Sellers. And now it's kind of like, everyone's looking pretty decent so far.
Yeah, I was trying to look at this list and tear something apart.
Can't do
like
it.
when you
too ball knowing.
Like when you didn't have Fernando Mendoza on your list at all in the midst of him playing really good quarterback play for Indiana. Right now, I would say I really don't have a rebuttal to much of this. Alberto. There we go.
They got a Fernando and Alberto. What were you saying?
I just there's not much I really disagree with. If anything, I really disagree with.
No, I mean, it's a solid list. And I think that college football's kind of made it easy for us right now to be like, That's
not okay. It's not going to do numbers then. There has to be something that is god-awful in there. Has to be.
I think the only thing that I would say that you're kind of treading towards being a little clickbaity, if you will.
No. We want to be, so let's lean in heavier. How do we do it?
Oh, well, if you want that, then I would just shoot Trinidad Chambliss up the list.
Make him like 1 or 2?
Yeah, make him in the top 5.
Launch him up there.
But that's only like,
no, you know what you
this
need?
Guy's an idiot.
You know,
we need the combination of everybody to be enraged while also riding the back of a super large fan base that we know will love it and like it like crazy. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we got to get them both. We got to get the fan base enraged, or the league enraged for the replies. And then we also need to overlove somebody that gets a fan base. Ole Miss ain't showing up on.
Well, then you should have put Arch Manning on the top 10 this week.
That's what it should be. Put Arch Manning 2 next week.
Hey, we know what the problem is over at Texas. Arch Manning, he played good last week. It was the offensive line. We see you, Arch Manning.
Oh boy,
what is this about to be?
Damn, did you just fail to rip paper?
Arch, no matter what.
Cool.
Draft day reference. Quality movie.
Bulletin board
birthday
worthy.
Party, Jonathan.
Oh.
They didn't go to his birthday party, Jonathan.
Can't draft him.
Arch, no matter what, next week, we're going to enrage bait. We love it. Where are we at? Kirby, go ahead. You have the floor. I'm here for this. You know what?
Yeah.
Normally it's me getting irrationally angry about something. But you know what? I'll give you the floor.
So the irony of it is the way we just closed out the last segment. But there is someone that needs to be cooked tonight, and I'm going to do it for the rest of our show. So after we wrap,
The rest of the show.
You're going to take the next 30 minutes?
no, I'm doing it for I'm doing
You
it
got
for
23
everyone.
minutes of roast?
No,
Dude,
no, no.
if you do, by all means, I'll sit here and listen.
No,
I will.
I'm
To
doing
hell
it
with 'em.
I'm doing it for everyone. I'm doing it for everyone. Don't worry. So after we wrapped last night, I was doing my typical doom scroll on Twitter looking for some nuggets to talk about for our show tomorrow, and came across a headline of an article written by The Athletic that has since gone extremely viral and is getting a lot of attention. For those of you who don't know, it was an article written about Arch Manning titled "This Is Arch Manning College Football's First Flop? Why His Slow Start Feels So Unprecedented." Now, I'm sure you can guess what type of article this was about, but if you need any inclination, here's the third paragraph in the entire thing.
Read it?
I read it so you didn't have to.
I didn't even give it. I didn't even give him the time.
Yeah,
to
so
read that.
please don't go read it because it doesn't deserve the clicks. Don't do any of that. I read it.
I don't subscribe to The Athletic.
I read it so you didn't have to, and here's what the third paragraph says. Quote, many people are having a bad year in college football, but Arch Manning is having one of the worst. The Texas quarterback has gone from preseason Heisman Trophy favorite and projected number 1 overall pick to a man synonymous with failure at 21 years old. Now, that's not even the one that I found so asinine and got me angry. Scroll down a little bit and keep reading it. This is the next one I find. Arch, so far, is the first college football player to flop after being sold as the biggest star of his sport before most people had even seen him play. Now, my question to The Athletic would be, where did this hype come from? Because I don't remember Arch Manning go on media tours and saying he's going to have an incredible 2025. I don't remember any of the Manning family going around and hyping this kid up. I don't remember Peyton and Eli having a show about him. I don't even really remember Steve Sarkisian saying, hey, I've got the best quarterback in college football this year. So where did this hype come from? Oh, that's right. It was you, The Athletic. Let's read some headlines that were published this year alone by your company. Longhorns quarterback Arch Manning is a safe bet to live up to the hype and then some. Published August 27th. Published April 2nd. Could the Browns be tanking for Arch Manning? NFL executives debate. This is my favorite one. What's it like to intercept an Arch Manning pass? They literally went out and interviewed a kid who played him in high school and made it a nationally syndicated story behind a paywall. I've got about 4 or 5 more examples of this ludicrousy.
Continue.
But I decided to cut it out for time, so this is what I'll say. This is what you get from the national media. This is what they do. They pick whatever team, whatever player, whatever coach they can find that's going to be the biggest story, and they come to them and say, hey, we're going to build you up into something incredible. We're going to make it seem like you are the greatest thing to happen to football. We're going to shove your name down millions of Americans' throats for months and months on a time, and then when you don't live up to those expectations, we don't get held accountable for it. We leave you in the rubble to answer the questions. No one's coming to The Athletic and saying they suck for misjudging talent. Everyone's blaming this on Arch Manning. And the best part about it is, if we're The Athletic, we get to then turn around and say, man, can you believe how much of a failure this guy is? Look at how much of a flop Arch Manning is, because we manufactured unrealistic expectations for a player who did not ask for them. It's why we have such a disconnect in America between the journalism and the American public. It's why no one really trusts the media anymore. And it's why when I tell people, yeah, I have a degree in journalism, they look at me and go, ooh, you must be one of those people. So the last thing I'll leave this with is, Arch Manning, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your entire life has revolved around something you love, the sport of football. You've been brought up playing this your entire life. It has probably been your dream to be a college football quarterback and an NFL quarterback, and that is now ripping your life apart because a handful of people that are not being held accountable for their actions get to control the narrative around your life. I'm sorry that at 21 years old, your name is being dragged through the mud, not because of some off-field issue you have or some scandal you've been involved with, something you've said, simply because you're not playing your sport very well through 5 games. I apologize that you have to go through that, and you have my utmost respect, because I know at 21 years old, I would not have been able to handle it. I'm pretty sure that 21 years old, there's no one in the studio would have been able to handle it, and I'm pretty confident that no one at The Athletic would ever be able to handle what you are going through right now.
This, to me, just...
Hold on. I want to coach the take. When you guys go ISO, it makes me proud, because it is hard to do. Mm-hmm. It's really, really hard to do. It is hard. You went off book for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
That's first note. Off book.
Off book.
That's hard. Good job.
Thank you.
That's really, really hard to do. Elite pacing on the I'm sorry. Way to double back down on that a couple more times. That's stuff. Biggest college football flops. I want the chat to give me an answer on that. Give me an answer on biggest college football flops. Guys that you thought were going to be legends and then just didn't happen. Also, I'm over here running to Google to run down some athletic headlines. Way to do it. I would have buried them. I'd have sat there for 30 seconds and ran the headlines off. Mm-hmm. I know you're trying to save audience. The hell with the audience.
Yeah, well, I was honestly...
Bury them. That's what we're here to do in that situation, so do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, low-key, I was clip farming, so I want to keep it condensed into
Good job.
Thank you.
I mean, we can clip farm later. We'll edit it out. No. Bury them.
Thank you.
You know what
Thank
I mean?
you.
Good work.
That, to me, like, just based off the little snippet that you read from that article and based on what the headline reads and all of that, that to me sounds like somebody that is mad at a player for making them wrong. As someone like for the offseason that was like, Arch Manning, a safe bet. Not saying that these were all the same authors, the same writers of all these stories, but coming from someone, it sounds like it comes from somebody. What's up?
Tate Martell's a great one.
Oh, yeah.
Tate Martell is the first
Yeah,
flop.
and even like guys like Tate Martell.
Dude had a Netflix series.
The only
sure.
thing about Tate,
and a
though,
weird
is
relationship with his sister.
that people already didn't like him before he got to Ohio State.
And that was one of my things is
Correct.
like throughout all of
No
this,
one sold him as the GOAT. You're right.
Yeah.
Tate Martell probably sold more. Like throughout all of this,
Yeah, no kidding.
Arch Manning has been one of the most likable players ever. He has been consistently respectful through the media. He's come with a smile on his face. He's been a very likable guy throughout that, and he's being dragged through the mud for no reason other than he hasn't lived up to the astronomically high expectations you guys set.
Chat named mine. Like, personally, the guys that I've covered that I thought, no way, that guy's not going to be great. Brock Vandagriff. I thought for sure. I definitely didn't think it was going to be like, oh, he can't see it? He can't see he can't read it? Huh? It's a lifetime, like, football guy. That one didn't make sense to me.
Mine will always be Justin Flo. But that was also like sophomore me was watching the huddle highlights every day and being like, this guy's going to be incredible. But
Hey, things I'm excited to see this weekend starting in the Red River rivalry. Texas's offensive line adjustment. Okay, I was having this conversation with a friend of the show, Cooper Patanga, today on his show, Coop's Corner. You talk to anybody in the world of college football and just be like, hey, off the top of your head, who's great offensive line guy? And it'll be about 30 seconds before somebody in that ring of coaches names Kyle Flood, right? Kyle Flood's such a good offensive line coach that he's an offensive coordinator. Like, that's how good of a football coach Kyle Flood is. So, like, why can't they figure out offensive line? And what is the adjustment going to be? I'm very curious to see that right there. And then on the other side is like, how does Brett attack that? How does he hunt that right there, that specific advantage? Obviously, all the pre-snap confusion stuff we love seeing from old Brett, but I want to see what it looks like there. Also, interested to see a coaching matchup between Kane Womack,
tomato, I feel like. Until we get
Paul's got a real funky way of saying it. He calls him Womack, Kane Womack. I'm a Womack guy.
I'd say Kane Womack.
Kane W.
Big dubs in the chat for Kane W. Versus his defensive style, right? Double A gap mug, like that's crazy.
That's playing.
You
with
doing
fire.
that against wide zone from that Eli Drinkowitz run scheme.
Playing with fire.
Very curious to see what that looks like. General run fits for them. At all. Like every game they've had them spit on them. You know what I mean? Like big time gushers in the run game. If you do that against Ahmad Hardy, that's gonna be trouble. Dan versus Sig from a coaching matchup, obviously. Dan's defense and how they work out there at Oregon versus this like RPO with verts type of offense from Indiana. What does this look like for those guys? And the quotes after the game. Before and after the game.
Yeah, I would say
been very mellow this week.
This is a very good personality clash.
But they've been very mellow this week. I bet we're going to get some pregame hot mic from Dan Lanning. We might get something. Last week it was 2 weeks ago it was the We Are. Did you see this clip?
Yeah.
They're chanting We Are. And Dan Lanning sitting there and go right before they come out the door, we are about to get our ass kicked. Come on, talk to me, coach. You thought it was cringe?
A little bit.
Hey,
in the moment, I'd be all over it, but when you're looking at it outside, you're like, that felt like one of those when your dad tries to get you with a comeback, and you're just like,
how about Wink versus Link this weekend?
You just wanted
the rhyme.
Link.
Yeah, most people don't even know what I'm talking about.
I kind of don't know what you're talking about, to be honest.
Wink Martindale, defense coordinator at Michigan versus Lincoln Riley.
Okay.
Wink versus Link.
Lincoln Riley, yeah.
At the Coliseum.
That is actually a very interesting matchup.
Very curious to see how, the last couple of years I've been watching Michigan defense, I think they're pretty vanilla. Is that fair?
Yeah, I'd say it's fair.
I think they kind of line up and play ball. Even when they were great, they lined up and play ball.
Yeah. They just had the better players.
Yeah. Make you go 12 on them.
Yeah.
But if you figure out what they're playing, because they're going to stay in it, you could hunt them. Remember we watched them against Texas a couple years ago? They just lived in cover 3.
Mm-hmm.
They made Quinn Ewers look like a football god.
Yeah, that was last year.
I think something like that could happen. That's what I'm paying attention to this weekend. Jay Maeva's better than, I think, Quinn Ewers. Is that hot? I don't think that's hot.
More talented.
That's crazy considering Quinn Ewers was like,
Oh, I know. Highest rated quarterback
ever. Something happened there. Maybe he just physically peaked in high school.
Must have.
I know his body never seemed to have gotten better.
Didn't they work on his mechanics after?
I don't know. There's a couple guys that work with certain dudes, and all he produces is lobbers of the football, and it's crazy to me because he makes millions teaching kids how to lob footballs. Because ain't none of them ripping it. There is one school of teaching right now where it's like, hey, this guy's the greatest of all time, maybe. And I had one little stint with him, and now everybody thinks they can do this stuff, and everybody's lobbing footballs, and it's very, very weird to me. So I don't need to call anybody out. What if Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. Hey, boys, what if we find our Heisman this weekend?
That's going to be, honestly, kind of an early. I know it's.
Ty Simpson got a big-time road game this weekend, and here's where I really think we might find our Heisman this weekend. We got a chance to watch Dante Moore throw for a good 3,800 yards, 4,000 yards this year.
Yeah.
On a number 1 team in the country by chance at the end of the year. There's a good chance Dante Moore wins the Heisman, and if he does, they're going to show a lot of these clips and a lot of the Big Ten championship, and that's about it.
That's the one right there.
And the Penn State game.
If Dante Moore absolutely dominates this weekend, he will remain as your Heisman frontrunner more than likely because the competition isn't going to be up to par. He'll be able to do whatever he wants basically for the rest of the year. He'll be able to put up the numbers, all that good stuff. I feel like Ty Simpson could have a great weekend, and yes, he could very well be your Heisman frontrunner after this weekend if he balls out against Missouri. But knowing the rest of their schedule compared to the rest of Oregon's schedule, I don't know if you could say that Ty Simpson after this weekend could just be your Heisman winner at this point.
Yeah, I think the likely outcome of this weekend is we get into a 2-man race where is Dante Moore going to win it or is Ty Simpson? And it just goes that way through the rest of the regular season.
Jeremiah Smith, 200-yard explosion this weekend, maybe.
And get people talking about him.
Yeah.
Ruben Bain finally getting some
his odds are
Is he?
Yeah.
In the odds or just nationally, people talking about it? It should be a thing. Because I don't believe it until the odds happen. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Hey,
what's up?
What if Michael Hawkins starts on Saturday, but he absolutely shreds, like looks as good, if not better, than John Mateer? My question is, I know. Do you stick with the hot hand if you're Brett Brett?
Don't you do this.
I'm asking, what if?
Buddy, don't do that.
So the answer is no?
The answer is hell no.
Okay, I'm just checking.
The answer is absolutely, positively hell no.
Just getting a temperature of the room of maybe, hey, we got to stick with our hot hand here.
Hey, the hot hand might have just had surgery, but you paid him $2.5 million.
Did you ask if they stick with Michael Hawkins?
If Michael Hawkins lights up
we're
Texas,
supposed to be super serious football show.
That's fair.
Don't be out here saying
just
like
what if?
Slap his hand.
Hey,
did you say slap my hand?
Slap his hand. Give him a no. Give him a
take a
Give him
time
one
out
of those.
for a second.
All
How
right.
about that?
All right, I'll sit back.
What if Texas Tech dominates Kansas this weekend? And I don't mean that as like we would be shocked by it, other than maybe Christian, our known Kansas supporter, going on 3 years strong of this one. But at what point do we look at Texas Tech as one of these legitimate contenders? Because this would be now 6 games halfway through their schedule where they have dominated their opponents. They have like consistently beat down the opponents on their schedule, and it looks like they would run through the Big 12 at that point. Like, at what point do we start looking at them as these guys could potentially make a run?
If Texas Tech dominates my Kansas Jayhawks, I will consider receiving treatment for the spoon. But that's not going to happen because Kansas is going to shock the world.
Like what? 3 interventions?
Yeah, dude. No intervention.
No
Honestly,
giving it up
I
now.
think you're just lost cause
just
at this
OD
point.
at this point. You know?
Oh, dude. Let him win on Saturday.
Let us put
you know what?
in.
No, here's what's going to happen. Kansas is going to win on Saturday.
Oh,
and you
yeah,
two are
you're
like,
gonna go. We are going to have to revive you.
and you two are going to be like, hey, can I get some of that spoon? I'm going to say no. This is all mine. You can't have it. I've been holding on to this for too long.
That would just be a simple Big 12 fraudulent.
You can have it. This spoon.
This is my spoon. Kansas is mine.
You can have it, big dog.
Yeah, that's all. That's
you
all.
can landslide
you.
hold all over the place.
All you.
You can have it. Hey, what if Pitt beats Florida State this weekend?
I think
How quickly are people going to rush to they were some frauds the whole time?
honestly,
Absolute frauds.
honestly, that might become a thing though, because the win against Alabama pretty much saved Mike Norvell. Because coming into this year, it was like,
The buyout saves Mike.
well, yes, but like it stopped all hot seat talks. But if you drop games to Miami, which you got dominated in that game, and then you lose to Pitt, which we all agree is an inferior team, people are going to start looking around going, okay, well, Mike Norvell against Power 5 opponents has this record and is like 3-13 now in his last 16 games. So there might be some serious discussions taking place about Mike Norvell if they do lose on Saturday.
What if Texas goes 7-5 this season?
It's possible.
My what
it's
if,
possible.
Longhorn fans are not going to like us.
Well, I mean, look.
By the way, some of them are saying this very same thing.
It's possible.
I saw a B reporter that I like. I shouldn't say I love him because I forget his name. But I love his work. I saw him doing a walk and talk, kind of catching on, doing a walk and talk post game, talking about, I don't know if they're bowl eligible.
Whoa, okay, all right.
All right,
I don't know if they're bowl eligible.
Let's ease up there.
So go hard in the paint if you want to, is what I'm trying to tell you.
But, I mean, it is very possible for this team to lose to Oklahoma, Georgia, and Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And that would put them at 7-5 this year.
My question was, it would be reverting back to year one with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Year one with him was 7-5, but year one was, he lose a bunch of, he lost 5 one-score football games,
One
right?
score is like, man, we were just
5
there.
one-score football games in the Big 12. So you do it in the SEC, maybe you don't feel as bad. I don't know. I don't know how I know they went into the season thinking we're preseason ranked number 2. We're going to go play them playoffs, like, for sure. And then you end up 7-5 playing in the Mayo Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I mean, Steve Sarkisian's on the hot seat if that happens.
I don't even want to do my what if now.
Is it bad? Is it Texas?
Well, I know what the
adjacent?
talking point would be at that point. If Texas were
What
to
if-
go – sorry.
Oh, no.
I was just going to say, if Texas were to go 7-5 this year, every single other SEC fan base would be teaming up and saying, yeah, you thought that this SEC schedule was sweet and you were going to come in here and you were going to run this conference, and now you effed around and found out.
Fair enough, honestly.
That's exactly what would happen.
With a cakewalk schedule, relatively.
You know what
compared
starts
to some
coming?
of these
You know what
guys
starts
we've
getting
seen.
the weird back stuff starts. Texas is not back.
Oh, dang. All that Lambeau money. Hey, what if Oklahoma wins this game 28-10 with Michael Hawkins as the quarterback?
It's a bad look for your off. If
Maybe you are talking about not being bowl eligible at that point.
yeah, look, and I just really defended him because I feel like he deserves it. But if you get to that point through the third quarter and your offense hasn't manufactured anything more than 10 points,
You can't bench him.
you have to entertain something.
I think you entertain riding this one out and seeing if Diabell can beat him out as a freshman.
Maybe.
I think you just take your lumps and hope you don't kill him. Hope you don't kill his courage.
Yeah.
And kill his David Carr. Just hope you don't do that.
Yeah.
Because at this rate, 6 sacks on the road, 7 TFLs. Like he got sacked 6 times, but there were 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 6 other reps where he's trying to get up out of a dirty pocket and gets tackled for a minor or a +1. Doesn't count as a sack, but it damn sure
Might as
looked
well
like
be.
one. That kind of thing. So very interesting to see out there. Hey, any more? I got one more.
I got one more as well.
Come on.
What if Penn State has another stinker this weekend and they don't even have to lose?
Who they got?
Northwestern. Like, what if it's just a close game?
Did he tweet to come out? Tweets like, "Hey, y'all, come out and support."
They changed. They reverted. They went back to retro styling in the end zones. They painted them different to that old font.
But James Franklin has a weekly home game tweet of, "Get there early, get there loud, come root on the boys" type of tweet. Here's when I know the seat's getting hot. Did he turn the replies off?
Oh, here's what I
That's
saw.
what I want. I'm
saw
gonna do my
from.
research.
I've got a friend who's pretty in touch with Penn State.
Oh, you got a plug?
Yeah, Penn
State plug.
He graduated there. Penn State Barstool posted a picture of the empty state.
Producer Jesse?
I don't know. Penn State Barstool posted a picture of the empty Happy Valley and said, "This is what Saturday needs to look like. Do not show up."
Oh.
So there's a lot of rumblings within that fan base.
They want it empty?
Yeah, like
Oh, my gosh.
Fair weather fans.
you lose to the worst team in college football.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you're right. I can't be doing that.
So, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to throw out the idea, like, What if Penn State wins like 24-10 this weekend against Northwestern?
Oh, I think you really ramp up the hey, James Franklin's got to go talks. I think you wait until you inevitably lose to Indiana and Ohio State and then say, okay, thank you very much, you're done. But a bad guess showing against Northwestern might really accelerate those.
He has not. He needs to turn the replies off.
Oh, boy.
This is the Iron Lions of the Week tweet. This is him loving up on a couple team players on the team.
For their weightlifting?
Saying great job this week. Proud of these guys. The replies are, you better not lose another game for the rest of the year. What if I take my – oh. Whoa. Bro, y'all got way too many likes on that one. Take a pay cut and leave. We don't want you at PSU anymore.
Why does he need to take a pay cut?
Leaving would be the pay cut, sir.
Well, I think they're saying, hey, get us out of that buyout. Just walk away. Yeah, turn the replies off for a couple weeks, coach. You know? Man, it might make you look like a coward. Somebody might say that take, but I could see that coming from one of them four-legged accounts.
Penn State going to feel real funny when they get rid of James Franklin just to hire Clark Lee.
Is that the second take in a row in 3 weeks that I'm going to have to steal of yours now?
Would we get a – hang on.
Son.
Hang on.
You waited 59 minutes to put that tinfoil on?
Wait. Let's go further. What if we just get a coaching trade?
Straight up, bar for bar?
What if Vanderbilt's
you go
just
back and we'll take him?
Yeah, you know what? Give us back James Franklin. Yeah, I understand.
We'll take
Clark
him at
Lee.
Vandy. You guys can have the young, promising version of James Franklin.
I mean, that...
Huh. Yeah, I'm ripping that straight. Bar for bar, he stole my whole flow. It's mine. It's mine.
Dang.
Shane Beamer to Vodtech after this 5-game stretch. Book it. I'm just kidding.
Dang,
he ain't leaving South
I'm going to have to
Carolina.
post that one on social media tonight.
Speaking of
just to make
Shane,
sure.
Damn him.
Why are you mad at Shane?
I'm so mad at Shane.
Why?
Shane constantly does things that make me love him. And I'm tired of that. Quit. You and your quarterback both. Both of y'all. Figure out what you want to be. Get out of my love life, because his comments today made me want to go play for the guy again. And the moment I said that, just mentioning that, means they are going to get their doors blown off this weekend.
The curse, man.
I mean, damn it.
Hey.
Did you see his comments today in all seriousness?
Yeah, no.
It was
very,
good.
very good comments of
He basically asked about the 5-game slate they got coming up, which is 5 games against top 11 opponents.
Yeah.
3 of which on the road.
Murderer's Row.
Murderer's Row. Was asked about is like, hey, what do you say to your team about this? And it's like, take it game by game, but in reality, you say you want to come here, you say you want to play. You can't be shying away from this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. This is this league. Other leagues, maybe you only get 3 ranked opponents in a season. We're gonna play 5 of them in a row. Strap it up. Let's go. Loved that about him.
Yeah, I thought that was a great clip.
You know what's great?
Super Chubs.
Super Chubs.
Super Chubs.
Let's
what I was
talk
about
to
to
him.
say.
Super Chubs are great. How many of them we got tonight? We got a handful?
I think we got a couple.
2 or 3, I think.
Let's show some love to the Super Chubs. Meant to ask earlier in the week, did you guys catch Kirby on the hot mic Saturday? Did you and the boys have a take on it? I don't watch TV copies.
It was glorious. It was
what a elitist comment right there. I don't watch TV copies. This guy's a douche.
I was watching the TV. I was watching the TV copy. This was the drive where they were in the red zone. I can't remember what part of the game it was, but they ended up calling a timeout, and Kirby is irate and says, "Some guys, come on, we have all the GD momentum," and that was picked up on the hot mic. So we've got our first Kirby hot mic of the year, and it was a great one.
He chewed some Dominic Kelly butt.
Oh my God, he did.
Boy, ripped a new one in middle of the fourth quarter, up 35-7. Gotta love it. Hell yeah, Coach. We love ball.
Zachariah Branch also got an earful for a good, probably solid 3 minutes.
Gage Luke says, "What's up, boys? Been rocking with the network since 2019. My girl and I, you and your girl watch you guys every night. No one is doing it better." Gage and the girl.
We might have formulated a marriage.
Some would say.
That's what I mean.
You know what? Maybe we save some marriages. You know, get your wife invested in ball.
That becomes the quality time.
And now y'all locked in together?
Honey,
instead of asking, do we really have to watch ball? Do we get to watch ball again?
Yeah, honey, listen, I know that our relationship's on the rocks. Why don't you sit down and watch this football podcast on YouTube? That'll make things better.
You know what? I know you keep mentioning therapy and this problem and connection that we have with our disagreements we have about lifestyle. But, Have you tried the Film Guy Network?
Have you listened to the Diddy counter?
Babe, watch this part.
Transition. Hold on, we got a couple more. Yeah, it's Wednesdays. We got ditties for you. Got surprise ditties. Hunter Moss says biggest college football flop, Derek Rogers. Derek the Freak at Oregon State, I felt like was not a flop.
I don't
Is that
remember
the
him.
same Derek?
I might be too young for this one.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Hey, send us to the local hour.
Welcome into Talk the Dog, the show where we find a bone to pick and a take to give. These are not hot takes. These is dog takes. Can I talk that dog?
What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
Hey, let's shut up. It was grind. Well, hey, tapping that butt, right? Probably can't get it off right now. I am loading the piss out of that box. We about to get after your butt. Just sitting there toying with him. Just waving at him. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. We getting after this butt right now. Either one of those come, we're hot off those guys. And I'm gonna make that guy beat me. Well, let's talk about some general girth and size right here, Jonathan. Let's talk about some man meat. Let's talk about some big dudes right here. Defense or tight end digging out this freshman Jared Smith, trying to get that guy to expand so we can hook up right behind him.
Again.
We are back.
Yeah, the technology failed the ending there. I don't know what happened on that, but
Man, that was 14 ditties.
yeah, that was a good one.
We're back.
You know what I think has happened? I think me trying to refrain from cussing has made me more sussy.
Less cussy, more sussy.
Less cussy, more sussy.
I think we found
Tagline.
our next shirt.
Yeah. I mean, all the touching of the button there is crazy.
Yeah,
Might need to
the
tone
last
that down.
one,
Teams need to stop running counter.
the last one was my favorite of the guy. Like, we're trying to get him to expand so we can lock up in the back end. What are you even talking? How is that
Hook
football related?
Hook up in the back end. Hey, we were talking about zone coverage.
All
We
right.
do have to get that apex defender to expand so we can hook up in the back end.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's just ball.
Well, those are involved too.
I said one on SEC Network the other day.
You did it on SEC Network?
Bro, I said, and if you were listening closely, because I'm rapping. I mean, I sound like I'm on you know what on that show because I'm trying to get a lot in a little. You know, we're trying to do 30 minutes worth of show in 10 minutes. Yeah, how'd you miss Man Meat?
No, it was on there.
Oh, it was on there?
Yeah, don't
Okay,
worry.
Good. I left that one in there just for you. Hey, yo. But no, I'm on Paul, and I'm going so fast. And in the middle of it, we're talking about that Vandy clip that covered 3 driving, and I said, the safety does such a great job driving down on the dig. And you said it so quickly.
Yeah,
Said it so quickly.
I actually
it
heard
was
that
like,
one.
What did he say?
Wait a minute. Did he just? Yeah, that safety was driving down hard on the dig.
Yeah, you almost had a football brain moment.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we caught that before him when we were doing run-throughs. Have you told?
We haven't talked about this. Hey, I almost Harvey.
Yeah.
Is I called him Harvey?
Yeah.
We're in here practicing the Paul segment yesterday, and I'm calling Ahmad Hardy Ahmad Harvey.
Oh.
Over and over and over and over and over again. And you did a good job as a producer not stopping me in the middle of it because it would have chunked the whole practice round. But we get done, and he's like, hey, by the way, it's Ahmad Hardy.
Good save.
Hey, honest to God, back in the day, I'd been in here by myself, and I would have been on national television calling the best back in the SEC, Ahmad Harvey.
Hey, you know, it's okay because Kirk Herbstreit did an entire segment calling Gunnar Stockton Hunter Stockton after calling a Georgia game the previous weekend. So it'll be all
happens
right.
to the best of us.
Yeah, happens to everybody. So
Not a shot at
easy
Kirk.
slip up every now and then. Yeah, I mean, everybody's human. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that we consistently call the wrong name on here. So
Brooks, did you see one of the dog podcasts put your football IQ in question? It was the Kentucky Tutty versus us. Some of you are talking about who lost the responsibilities on the tight end, whether or not they were exchanging responsibilities because they were getting picked in the flat with an arrow from the back as well, whether or not Jonell was supposed to exchange or whether the KJ was supposed to exchange. I assumed it was Jonell who messed up because I was on the sideline watching Jonell get the ass chewing after the play. So this is what's hard about doing what we do, or what I do, or what anybody does with regards to the film. It is 100% up for criticism because I'm not in the room, which is why I've worked really, really hard over the years, developing relationships with coaches around the world of college football to make sure that when there is a void in my knowledge, right? Because I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. There's a void in my knowledge. I seek to find the answer for it. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't see that, but it could happen. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being challenged. My football IQ, you know.
That was a very mature response to that.
What'd you expect?
I don't know. Sometimes you're just like, I'd like to see these.
Yeah?
Keep doing this.
No.
Yeah, please
Keep imitating
your boss.
Brooks.
No.
Yeah, I love this.
No, you got it, man.
It's much better than yours. I know you're encouraging this segment, but it's much better than yours.
Dude, that was like 4 years ago.
It
You
was
ever gonna
4
let it
years
go?
ago. No,
What happened 4 years ago?
Huh?
What happened 4 years
I
ago?
mocked him one time, and I used like this deep, gravelly voice, and he's
Ooh.
forever giving me
Deep
crap.
gravelly, buddy. It sounded like I ain't gonna make that joke. It was bad. It was bad.
Was it on
I
air?
liked yours much better.
Or was
No.
it? Okay.
No. This was before the on-air days.
Dang. Okay.
Got a loaded local hour. Gunner's unique start to his career. Injury report reactions live tonight here on the local hour. We'll start with that. What if Wednesday here locally? Top 5 moments from this rivalry. We have top 5 do's, top 5 don'ts. Got a lot of top 5s. Positional breakdowns as well tonight. But let's start by asking you to hit that thumbs up button and asking you to not sleep on our friends over at Sleeper. If you haven't already, head over to Sleeper today. Use promo code Brooks. Get a 100% deposit match with promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper. They also got a free $20 giveaway for any user over there, not just first-time users. Sleeper is the #1 place for fantasy sports and real money gaming app focused on bringing people together, all right, through sports and gaming. Again, support those who are supporting us. Head over there to Sleeper. You guys know tomorrow's show, we'll have a full prop play segment for you guys over there as well. Make sure you're showing up on Thursdays. Make sure you're showing up for Sleeper using promo code Brooks.
What's that water you got in your hand there?
H2all.com, your purchase, your impact. Hey, let's start with the injury news. What was on there?
So we have Monroe Freeling and Ernest Green. That's probably the 2 biggest ones that you're having. Obviously, you're going to be listed as questionable in that. No definitive outs for anyone that we weren't expecting. Taylon Taylor, Ethan Barbour, Malachi Tolliver, and Thomas Blackshear, your 4 ones that weren't going to be on this list anyway. Those are listed as out. Monroe and Ernest, questionable. So we'll see. Probably going to be a game time decision. You're probably not going to have an answer until they kick off on Saturday. For Auburn,
No, you're good.
For Auburn, wide receiver Horatio Fields and running back Darrell Robinson are out. But other than that, they have no one else on their list.
You know, considering like what it was shaping up to be, or what it felt like it was shaping up to be in that Kentucky game, where you were having injuries left and right. Like it was like Monroe Freeling goes out, and then Jordan Hall goes out, and then Micah Morris goes down, and then Nate Frazier gets up hobbling. Like, considering like what all occurred during that game and how it looked like you might be piling up on the injury report a little bit, to only have 2 really new 2 names on that injury report, I would say that's a big win for you. And it's the 2 names that you expected to have questionable heading into this matchup. Like, you didn't have one of those other guys that got banged up in that game pop up on the injury report this week. So I think that's great news.
No
for
Dwight
Georgia.
Phillips.
No Dwight Phillips.
No Dwight Phillips.
So I think that's
How
great
truthful
news.
do we think these college football coaches are being on these injury reports?
Not very truthful, if I had
You
to
don't think
guess.
so?
I don't know.
It's such a fugazi little thing that they acted like they were going to hold the feet to the fire of these guys.
Well, we know that it's not 100% truthful because it's been 2 weeks in a row now of Kirby Smart saying that Daniel Harris is dealing with an injury. Daniel Harris hasn't been on the injury report a single time yet.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
that's
also didn't he call that a hamstring
Yeah, but
and then called it a groin?
I think he called it a groin first, and it was like, yeah, he's got a hamstring he's dealing with.
So it's a Freudian slip. He just forgot which injury it was.
Maybe,
We didn't catch him in this week. It was a hamstring. Last week it was a groin.
But now
that was not what happened.
No,
I don't know. But in also defensive Kirby Smart, he never said he was dealing with a groin injury. He just said he has a groin. He has a groin, and he has a hamstring, which in Kirby Smart's defense on paper is true.
I have 10 fingers.
I've got a bit of a finger right now.
Yeah. I have a finger. Got a finger going on. Yeah, I mean.
I'm putting myself in timeout.
I mean, it is crazy. You are correct. Also, I do think it's hard to put these guys in these positions when some of these things are so much so game time decisions.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know until right before the game. That's funny. Man, you must have been watching deep. No, that was like first 12 minutes. His first drive, he busted that assignment, didn't he? I'm thinking about people calling my football intellect into question.
Oh.
Like, you out here grinding the tape with me, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty early.
You out here grinding my tape or the grinding of the tape? You out here giving me a grade on my grinding of the tape. I appreciate it, though.
It's like the reaction to the reaction
to
the reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it, too. Any other injury things off that?
No, I mean, I think that obviously Monroe Freeling is your most important one here, and that's going to be, again, something that could affect the way your offense is ran, honestly, because he's been such a solid option at left tackle right now.
I would imagine that it's very similar to the Juan Gaston case for the Tennessee game. He's going to be on the injury report, going to be a game-time decision. He probably will be available.
Break glass.
Yeah. Don't know how much you see him, but you
that's
probably
one of my
will see
favorite Kirbyisms. He was ready in case of emergencies.
Mm-hmm.
Break glass. What would have been the emergency, Coach?
What is
we got nobody left? It's like, we got no offensive lineman left. Break the glass. Put Monroe out there.
Also, what would that do to your confidence? Hypothetically, you're in a Georgia game. You're one of the twos or threes. Everyone on the line is getting injured, and Kirby looks at you and goes, Monroe, we need you, bro. We need you to
Monroe, I know you got 1 foot, but you're the best thing we got.
This is an
now.
emergency.
This is do or die.
Coach, we can't go with anyone else but you, Monroe.
I like to picture there actually being a button for him to break and push.
The Monroe
Freely comes out.
Deploying Monroe.
Hey, Gunner's had a very, very interesting start to his career.
Yeah, and I just kind of
an unmatched one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I just kind of wanted to bring this up. Not that anybody is unaware of what how Gunner's start to his career has been, but I just kind of got to thinking about it today while writing an article of, I don't know that you see many cases where a first-year starting quarterback gets introduced to college football the way that Gunner Stockton has in his career. I mean, just kind of recap things. Gunner Stockton will start his sixth game, correct? His sixth career start will be this weekend against Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
And over his career, he will have had played in an SEC title game in which they won, a college football playoff game for his first career start ever, which despite the loss, I would say that Gunner answered the call commendably. I would say that he played well in that game. Then he goes on the road, his first road start ever. He goes to Tennessee, comes out with a win, plays the best game of his college career so far. He plays against Alabama at home. I would still say he played pretty solid in that game. Could have played better, but I'd say he played solid. And now he's about to go on the road to Auburn for his second road start. I mean, you're in the very early stages of this guy's career. And, I mean, he's basically checked every single box of, like, has he done this yet? Has he done this yet? Has he had to go through this yet? I mean, he had to come from behind win on the road, for crying out loud, in Knoxville. And I think the biggest takeaway from all of this is, yeah, obviously there are portions of his game that where you've said, he's got to do this better, got to throw against zone better, got to take some risks, some calculated risks, as Kirby would call it. Got to do those things better. But there hasn't been one of these moments yet where it's like, oh, boy, I don't know if he's the guy. Like, I don't know if you're going to do anything with him. I think he's a big problem right now, and I don't know if you have any other options. Like, I think Gunner has had to face some of the biggest challenges that this sport has to offer in the midst of learning the position and getting accustomed to being the starter at the University of Georgia and winning games and putting you in a position to win games at the very least. So I think it's just like it's very rare in my opinion. I can't think of many other situations where this has happened.
The only thing I can think that even mirrors it at all is the start to Jake Fromm's career. Now, it's not Texas. It was App State at home. But the starter goes down, you get thrust into the mix, and then your first career start is against Notre Dame.
On the road, yep.
On the road.
And then you play Samford, and then after that it's a ranked Mississippi State team, which at the time was a really big matchup.
Yeah.
So, Jake Fromm is kind of – but –
Not this fast.
Well, not even that.
This is 7 in a row, it seems like, apart from the Austin P. and Marshall.
Yeah.
It's 5 out of 7. Brutal.
And not even that. I don't want to discredit what Jake Fromm did in that 2017 season, but that was very much we're going to hide this guy behind Sony Michel, Nick Chubb, and DeAndre Swift the best we can. Gunnar Stockton has really been thrust into this. We're like, hey, we need you to play quarterback for us, and we need you to go out and win because of it. Like, you don't win in the Tennessee game without Gunnar Stockton. You don't beat Texas without Gunnar Stockton. So he has been thrust into the quarterback position more than anyone else, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been able to lean on a little bit of a very reliable run game, but even that, that has to do with Gunnar being your quarterback. Chauncey Bowens and Nate Frazier have played great. The offensive line has certainly been better in the run game this year, but Gunnar Stockton certainly plays a role in that. That's something that we talked about all offseason of how he's going to open up things more for you, and he has. I mean, the explosive numbers would indicate that, and he's added into the run game as well. So I just think that considering how things have gone so far and knowing how, especially when you look at other quarterbacks across college football that are entering their first year as a starting quarterback, compared to how they have started their career and compared to what Gunnar how Gunnar has started his career and what he has done in those starts, I don't think you could really ask for much more.
I think the biggest thing that we as a collective and in general was asked of Gunnar Stockton was give us winnable football. Give us solid decision-making and don't turn the ball over. And you've gotten all of that. Sure, you would like him to push the button a little bit more in zone coverage. Sure, you'd like him to maybe not look immediately down and tuck the ball and run in certain instances and keep his eyes downfield. But other than that, he's been a great quarterback for you. And again, he is so much in the infancy of his starting career. I think it's interesting. This isn't year 3 of the Gunnar Stockton experience where it's this is the guy he is. He's not going to get any better. He is going to progress as time goes on.
Going back and looking at I know this sounds stupid considering we're talking about 4 years ago and we're talking about the difference between a guy we just got done going through Texas and Notre Dame and Auburn on the road, Tennessee on the road, Alabama. Hey, did he show any signs of growth in his high school performances? Let's see. Freshman year, he started all 4 years. He's holding all kinds of state records here in the state of Georgia. Freshman year, 2,900 yards. Senior year, 4,200 yards.
Good Lord.
So I would say slightly better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say he progressed.
64% completion percentage, finished at 72%. This guy averaged, oh my God, he averaged 17.5 yards per completion and completed 72% of his passes.
That's it?
That's it.
This guy sucks.
Wow. 55 passing touchdowns. Hey, they had to back off of him a little bit from a running game standpoint. Junior year had 26 rushing touchdowns. So, dude, his high school Herschel Walker out here was Gunnar Stockton. Should we do positional breakdown? Should we do top 5 do's, top 5 don'ts? What do y'all want?
I'd like to take
Do you need some water? Do you need some H2O?
No,
You okay? Wrong pipe?
Yeah, the wrong pipe. So water is not going to help at the moment.
Yeah,
I'll be good.
okay. All right, just
Thank
breathe
you for
it out.
checking
Figure
on
it
me.
out. I was worried about you, Stretch. Honest to God.
I appreciate it.
I mean, you got Sneezer McSneezes over there.
I
and
haven't
coffee costs a
sneezed.
lot.
I haven't sneezed in like a
Whoa.
week.
I
This
mean,
is a
good
one-time
God.
occurrence.
It's a professional environment. Let's try to act like it. You know, just every
I'm
once in a
doing
while,
my best.
You know.
I think we should hammer some of these top
Apparently,
fives.
I'm hard to hear. So I don't know how. I don't know if that's ever been.
I have never
Hey,
heard
Brooks,
anyone
why
say
don't you
that.
Never,
before.
ever.
Hey, Brooks, talk louder, please.
Yeah, I guess.
Why don't we hammer out some of these top 5s we got? We got a lot of them.
We got a lot of top 5s. I got Go ahead with top 5 moments. Go ahead. I want these. Y'all eat right quick.
All right, so top 5 personal moments that we have. Obviously, me and Jay Will have been Georgia fans our entire lives, have been, I would say, consciously watching since around the 2007 season from then on. So we have personally ranked our favorite moments from this matchup. My number 5, Stetson Bennett's QB draw in 2022. Hey, Brooks. It's too fun. Stetson Bennett's quarterback draw in 2022, I was in the end zone for this. When I saw the hole open up and him take off, I was like, that's a touchdown. One of the more fun runs. Anytime you get to see a quarterback scamper for a 50-plus yard touchdown run that doesn't typically do that, lots of fun. I'm not going to get you this time. Don't worry. My hands are off the button. Number 4 for me, Davin Bellamy's strip sack in the 2017 SEC Championship game. I don't think people remember how impactful that was. Auburn was up 7 in the red zone. If they go up 14-0 in that game, I don't really know what Georgia does, how they respond. Obviously, things got really rolling after that, but that was a massive play, a massive moment, especially when that team beat you 40-17 just a few weeks ago. Number 3 for me, Brock Bowers going nuclear in 2023. Oh, we were all there for that game, and that felt like you were just really watching someone special. It was like, man, Brock Bowers really is one of the best players in college football. A really, really cool moment to have. Number 2 is a personal favorite of mine. It's Isaiah McKenzie's punt return in 2015. Now, this was a game between, I think, 2 unranked teams. It was not a very close game. It was a noon kick. But me and my mom were actually in the Georgia Dome for this game and watched it on the big screen. So that was a lot of fun. A good personal memory for me. And number 1 for me, just the 2014 game in general. There are so many great moments from this. Obviously, Todd Gurley's kickoff that got called back, which was BS, by the way. Mm-hmm. Nick Chubb had that incredible touchdown with the classic Brad Nessler get a license plate number, also called back, which was completely BS. But you defeated the top 10 Auburn team after what happened the year before. That was a massive revenge game. Pretty sure they did a blackout in the stands too. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so.
You get the introduction of kind of Nick Chubb and Sonny Michel, like, oh, these are the next great running backs. And obviously the David Andrews clip here of him running down the sideline going crazy. Just a really, really great game. Great memory for me as a fan. You're over there smiling.
Oh, he's formulating a top 5.
I got you, brother. These are the real Christian Kirby, the Auburn fan top 5.
Oh,
in this victory's rivalry.
No.
Number 5, 2017, that Auburn home game where they just smacked them puppy dogs around. Let's not talk about the SEC championship game a month later. Let's remember that awesome War Eagle Auburn Tiger win.
Beat the dog crap out of him.
Beat the dog crap out of him. Hey, Christian Kirby?
No.
Hey, how about number 4? I know you just mentioned it, but man, it sure was nice seeing Todd Gurley's kickoff return get called back, huh, Auburn fan?
No, dude, that made me so
Hey,
sad.
number 3, Aaron Murray's injury sure was nice.
No!
Wasn't it?
Plus, all right, well, let's first
How
off-
about number 2?
First
seeing
off-
Nick Fairley bury him in the ground. That was pretty
No!
cool, an Auburn fan.
No!
How about number 1, the prayer of Jordan Hare? It was real awesome to see, wasn't it, Auburn fan, Christian Kirby?
I literally cried that night and slept on my bathroom floor.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Fallacies. He's an Auburn fan.
No, I'm not. I'm anything but an Auburn fan. And by the way, Aaron Murray wasn't injured against Auburn. It was Kentucky. So factually incorrect.
Man.
Would an Auburn fan know that?
It didn't have time to go through facts and info.
Aaron Murray
on the
was
fly.
injured on senior night in Kentucky in 2013.
An Auburn fan would know that.
And I also cried for that because watching him get carried off the field was like, no, Hudson Mason's going to start against Georgia Tech. No.
Your top 5 moments.
My
Jonathan.
top 5.
A real Georgia fan's top 5.
Number 5. You mentioned it. 2014, Chubb Gurley. Those two almost rushed for 300 yards combined. Those two alone. I mean, I think Chubb had 144. Gurley had about 128, something crazy like that. I mean, you don't see things like that very often. You want to talk about loaded running back rooms. That was the game where you witnessed it, of just how talented that running back room could have been if they were together the entirety of the season. Number 4, Maurice Smith's pick 6. I think that this was one of the first games, because this is the 2016 game, where it was like, Kirby Smart is going to get this program. Because, I mean, Auburn was a top 10 ranked team. Georgia had them at home. Georgia had obviously had their ups and downs throughout the year, and that defense locked down Auburn for the entire night to the point where the defense was the reason why you ended up winning that game.
Was Shaun White the starting quarterback?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, the snowboarder?
Classic, yeah. And no, half as cool as the real Shaun White.
Carrot Top's doppelganger?
Number 3, the 2020 Georgia-Auburn game, also known as the Stetson Bennett introduction.
Ooh.
That was a religious experience for me, at least. I don't know how it was for everybody else, but obviously winning a rivalry game, that's a massive deal. But there was something special about watching this walk-on quarterback post-game or in the midst of a game on the sidelines, throwing a dip at his lip and just kind of walking around like, yeah, this is my territory.
More iconic Copenhagen wintergreen moment with Stetson Bennett. That throwing a hog tater in against Auburn, or him saying, "Hold on, I gotta spit" in the middle of an interview with our network?
I think
Because I think it's "Hold on, I gotta spit" in the middle of an interview.
warming up before your combine or your pro day workout.
Oh yeah,
with
with
a
a
lip
log
in.
in.
And by the way,
Yeah.
an indoor facility with turf,
Oh yeah,
diabolical.
I don't know.
diabolical.
The
That's
Auburn
just
one-
going to sit in there forever.
Forever.
That
They don't-
spit's not going
They
anywhere.
wash that turf like once every 2 years.
The Auburn one was just like it was such a new experience because you had just gotten done of 3 years of clean cut Jake Fromm, like Georgia guy, all the good stuff about him, and Stetson Bennett resonates some of that, but then you see that and you're like, all right, this guy's cut from a little.
My
different.
favorite Stetson Bennett moment was when Pat Forty did an exclusive interview with him, and the intro to that article is basically Pat going, "So I waited outside of Buttsmere for 45 minutes. Stetson Bennett was late. Apparently he had a commercial to shoot. He shows up in his Ford Raptor and doesn't waves me over to his car, and like he has this full experience of this guy is totally different.
Yeah.
This guy is totally different than any human I think I've ever been around. That's the way I think about my
I
interactions with
believe
Stetson.
in that article it also said that he was late to the interview because he also had to go get his truck cleaned because he had a
That's
date
what it
that
was.
night.
Yeah, he had to go get his truck cleaned.
Because he had a date that night.
Yeah. Classic.
Classic, dude.
Number
Sick.
2, the OG blackout game against Auburn.
Oh,
Soldier
great
Boy
game.
pumping
Bet you
in the
hated that one,
stadium.
huh?
Oh, that was a great game.
Bet you hated
That's
that
like one
one.
of the
Vern
I'll
and
let you
Gary
answer.
dancing in the studio. Like, come on, man. That's just a great memory.
That was one of the first games where I like remember being conscious of like something's unique. I was 5, by the
We
way.
were still Yule cranking that Soldier Boy at the time, right?
Yeah.
That was one of my first football core memories.
I remember watching that and Dad being like, "Look, they're wearing black jerseys," and like remember being like, "All right, like, do they not? Is this a new thing?" Like not being old enough to understand the magnitude of that moment, but since then have gone back and have watched that game. It is iconic.
This is how much I remember it of. I remember the next morning getting the newspaper dropped off at the house, and the front page was Georgia blackout. Like that. That's how much I remember that.
I remember that for the Gator stomp.
Number 1 though, the DeAndre Swift run in the SEC championship. You know, I talked about moments that signified that Georgia was going to be great under Kirby Smart. That was a moment of it has arrived. Like it is finally here. Like they're about to win the SEC title and they're going to a college football playoff. So those would be my top 5 from a true Georgia fan.
Oh, come on. You had to throw that in there, dude.
I had to let
You know what we need to do? We need to dedicate one show during the offseason and have a Georgia off. Brooks comes up with all the trivia, all the questions, and whoever gets more right is the Georgia fan.
Don't we kind of do that during the offseason? We have trivia every
We
now and
kind
then.
of do, but like I come up with the questions, so it's not like
Save it for another day.
Yeah.
We got a lot to do.
what do you
Do
look,
we?
what do you look
Yeah, we do.
I got top 5 do's and don'ts.
Ooh, I like this.
Or should we go into What If Wednesday right now instead of berating them
Let's hit
with
the
top 5?
let's hit-
Or should we go to positional breakdowns?
You know what? Maybe we do What If Wednesday,
Okay.
and then we do positional breakdowns.
Okay.
And then we can see where we're at.
I mean, I got at that point, I got 3 top 5s. How about this one? My top 5 to-dos this weekend personally. Okay. OLI. Got to see the Eagle Land. Got to watch the,
and I'm the Auburn fan.
Falconeering's pretty cool.
That is the bird.
Buccaneering.
Dude, I just grew up watching Animal Planet.
The bird
I'm
flies
gonna
around
envision
and
in my mind that British dude saying, "And here we are with a beautiful American eagle," and then he flies around. I don't know why I made him Australian in the middle of that, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Majestic bird flying around.
a bird,
Get out of here.
a
That
bird
doesn't make me an
flies
Auburn
in a
fan.
circle and
Makes
then
me an
lands.
American.
It's
Okay, red-blooded. I like animals doing cool stuff. OLI. I didn't make it a top 5. Made it OLI number 5. Listen to the fight song when the cars drive by. The rumble strips,
Yeah,
bro.
rumble strips.
Hey.
this is the most Auburn coded list I've ever seen.
Falconeering, engineering. How about it? Some engineering.
That is a cool
When you
touch,
go
though.
out there to Auburn and you park on the side of the road and you hear the cars go by, there's rumble strips on the road that play the sound, the fight song.
That
of
is
school.
that is a very cool touch. I will say.
Engineering. Number 4. Cam Newton.
Bro,
Cam Newton sighting. I get to be around the coolness that is Cam Newton. I might bump into him like a little like Mike. Might steal his shoe. Maybe I'll be cool as Cam.
He was in attendance for the last Georgia-Auburn game at Auburn, was he not? He was in the student section with Bruce Pearl.
Yeah, him and Bruce Pearl were probably dancing.
This is how you do it. Cheap toilet paper, because they ain't going to be able to use it. How about that? Stick it in your craw, Auburn fan.
Yeah, after
Number two!
3 Auburn-oriented.
Number 2, shoot that game from the field. One of the most immersive stadiums in college football.
One of the most rushable stadiums in college football.
Absolutely.
I don't know how to know
those
more.
brick walls are like.
How do you not have
Not
more
even rushable. One of the more accessible stadiums, if you will.
Yeah, how do you not have more streakers?
My number 1 to-do list. Have y'all noticed how many costume changes that Aubie goes through during these football games?
No, I do not watch Aubie during games.
I'm raiding the costume stand. I'm stealing all of Aubie's costumes.
Oh.
Please, that'd be sick.
What are we gonna do? Where's the fireman outfit? I don't know. Can't find it.
Good luck with that one.
No fireman played during that segment. Now y'all playing fireman without Aubie in his outfit. Unfortunately,
Could kill the vibe. Could affect the crowd. Could change the outcome of this game if Aubie doesn't have his costume.
Honest to God. Positional breakdowns. Now, Jonathan, why do we do positional breakdowns the way that we do positional breakdowns right here?
We do positional breakdowns this way because it is the right way to do positional
The
breakdowns.
only way to do them, Jonathan.
The only way to do positional breakdowns. The crap that you see on social media, people doing Georgia's offensive line versus Auburn offensive line.
They don't play each other, John.
Yeah, Georgia's offensive line doesn't go against Auburn's offensive line, so that makes absolutely no sense. So we bring some common sense to the positional breakdowns, and we do it the right way.
All right, let's get after it. We got Georgia's offense versus Auburn's defense. Okay, here we go. Georgia O versus Auburn D. Let's talk about it. We got that Georgia offensive line versus that Auburn defensive line, okay? We got that Georgia running back room versus that linebacker room from Auburn, all right? We got that wide receiver room for Georgia versus that defensive back room from Auburn. Very veteran group from those guys. They played a lot of snaps when healthy. We'll see how healthy they are. Hey, did either of those corners show up on their injury report?
No.
Keon Lee. How about my man Crawford from Parkview? Is he on there?
I don't believe so.
Is he not playing for them anymore?
No.
Are they starting the Fant kid that transferred from Tulane? That's who's playing on tape. 14 and Keon Lee. We check their depth chart right quick because Crawford had played for them as a young football player, and maybe this Pleasant is his name. Maybe that Pleasant kid's taking over. Got quarterback versus all right here, all right, and got the offensive coordinator versus the defensive coordinator. Let's start with the big fellas up front. Now, here's why I think it's a push right now. I'm going to go into this football game claiming that this one is a push for me. And I believe it's because in my heart of hearts, I think Auburn's really good at what you're really good at. All right, and I think we got a clashing of styles going into this football game. My ADD is going crazy, dude. Sorry, those things bother me. I think we left it off during Feinbaum yesterday. Somebody was complaining I was too dark. Honest to God. You run the football really well. You are a get after them, move the line of scrimmage football team. They don't give up a lot of displacement. Now, late in that football game against A&M, they did spit some runs. So for that, I almost want to say UGA's got a lean here, but I'm going to stick to my guns. We're going to call it a push. All right, let's go to the running back room and the linebacker room. I think the way Chauncey Bowens is playing right now, give me Georgia. They've also got a bunch of really, really young linebackers playing for them right now. I know Zero's a vet presence for them, but DeMarcus Riddick's still a very young, athletic, trickable football player to an extent. Obviously, the Rodriguez kid, the true freshman, we can get after him a little bit, you would imagine, as a staff, right? If you're gaming up this football game. I'm giving Georgia the edge versus pretty much any defensive back room from a man-to-man standpoint. All right, if we get a one-on-one, and you might get some this week even in zone coverage, right? Might get some opportunities deep down the field against cover 3, all right, and get an opportunity where your wide receiver's running vertically against a deep third player or maybe even a deep half player, all right? If that situation were to arise, I like Georgia's weapons in those situations. Tight end versus all right, give me Auburn, and here's why, guys. This is the biggest defensive end group you'll probably play all year. I mean, 24, I forget his name. He's 6'5", 255 pounds, plays one of the edge positions. And then Keldrick Falks, the other one.
Kieran Crawford is
Kieran Crawford. is 6'5", 255, and then Keldrick Faulk's the other edge rusher, and he is 6'6", 285 pounds. You know, a lot of teams playing odd fronts, right? A lot of teams playing odd fronts. You're an odd front football team, meaning you have one real traditional defensive end, and then you have one jack, right? Right now at Georgia, it's Gabe Harris playing at about 6'5", 285 pounds, and then you have Quintavious Johnson playing at about 6'5", 245 pounds. They play a true even front. They play two big defensive ends all downs, every downs. Okay, so that makes the tight end's job that much harder. You got a big fella in front of you for 4 quarters, okay? And they're really, really good football players. I like their advantage specifically in that matchup. Quarterback versus all. Hey, road environment plays a lot into this. DJ Durkin plays a lot into this. Give me Auburn right now in that edge, right? I think it's tough to say, or I would think it would be unfair analysis right now to say that going into this, knowing how much zone Auburn plays, knowing how good that defense is, particularly against the run, that all things considered, it's just going to be an easy breezy day for Gunner. I don't think that's going to be the case.
No, yeah, that's the very fair assessment of that, and I think that it's totally. By the way, it's Gunner Stockton's second road start.
Yep. Now I am often labeled the Bobo defender, huh? Right? Often labeled the Bobo defender. You know who the highest paid defensive coordinator in the world is?
I'm going to guess it's DJ Durkin.
It's DJ Durkin. DJ Durkin makes, I looked this up for me, I think he makes close to $3 million. If it's not Jim, or if it's not him, it's Jim Knowles recently. But I think up until Jim Knowles got his contract, 2.5. All right, Jim Knowles got paid close to 3. So it's Knowles and then DJ Durkin. I think Dirk's got an advantage here. I think DJ Durkin's got an advantage to an extent here. I like what he's been doing so far as a defensive coordinator. Now, I almost want to make it a push because of how many young football players they got on that field. Auburn plays a ton of young defensive players, a lot. True freshman plays at safety. A true freshman plays at linebacker. A true freshman plays at defensive tackle. They play a lot of young football players. And that stuff can cause problems in games like this.
A lot of Auburn on that list. It's almost like Auburn has the advantage here, it looks like.
Easy, Auburn fan.
I
know what you're doing.
I'm just reading what you've put on the board.
Hey, I did put it on the board. I don't. Hey, look, this ain't a football game. I think Mike Bobo and this offense as a whole are going to go out there and put up 35 points. It's going to be hard sledding. Yeah. It's going to be tough sledding in this football game, in my opinion. Hey, did you follow my lesson of just dumping the cue cards onto the ground when you're done with them? Is that what that
don't worry. I'll clean it up.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you. Y'all do a lot of cleaning around here. Lots of it.
Brother.
Brother.
Ain't nobody cleaning this studio.
Brother. It damn sure ain't you two, and when it is, it's me.
Bro, where's my mess at? When have you ever been like, dang, hey, this is Kirby left a mess?
Bro says he doesn't stay in the office enough to even create a mess. That's what he just said. And don't even know it. Man's just exposed himself.
Yeah.
I don't even work here long enough to create a trash.
Crazy.
Hey, you know what I love about our friends over at Lucy Breakers? When you get done with one and you want a second,
foul.
You just get to put it right back into that cap, right? They got a nice little disposable cap for you. And not only that, 25% off using promo code FGN at Lucy.io. Shout out to our friends over at Lucy Breakers. When I'm vicing this year, I'm vicing with quality.
Nice save. There's no way I'm going to catch this with my mouth. Let me grab it with my hand.
0 for 2 tonight. Where are we at?
Got a couple of top fives left if you want to get those down.
Top 5 do's, top 5 don'ts. What you want first?
Let's do the do's.
Let's do the do's. Top 5 do's. Number 6.
What?
Make Arnold and Eric Singleton beat you. Got to. Make them beat you. Take away everything else. Take away the running backs. Take away Cam Coleman with bracket coverage. Make them pull the football and make Jackson Arnold compete downfield with Eric Singleton as a true Z. I think you got an advantage there because everyone else thinks they got an advantage there. You think Desmond Ricks is a really, really great corner?
I mean, I think he's all right. I think he's fine.
He's good. Is he considerably better than Ellis Robinson or Dalen Everett?
Would not say that.
I wouldn't say that.
They left him on an island against Eric Singleton all week last week, and he did.
They also used Eric Singleton in the Z a lot, which
isn't that crazy?
Didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze, brilliant.
Not a Z, but then again, they did that with Ladd.
Number 5, get Noah Thomas the ball. It's just on here. Number 4, run zone effectively. This is real. Odd fronts, we run counter. Even fronts, we got to run zone. We got to move those 2 defensive linemen against their will. Okay, we like to run around them odd fronts. We like to run at them even fronts. Okay. So you got to run zone really, really well this weekend to run the football, in my opinion. Number 3, to hell with the stats. To hell with them. And here's what I'm talking about. I don't care if you get home this weekend. Matter of fact, I'd rather you rush 3, drop 8, push the pocket, and see if Jackson Arnold can beat you from it, because I don't think he can. Matter of fact, I would rather watch Jackson Arnold throw 30 balls from the pocket than get 6 sacks. Because I think if he throws the ball 30 times from the pocket, he might throw it to you 3 times.
It's true.
Ooh.
What do you think? Honest to God.
No, I actually really like that assessment.
If we push him off his spot and he rushes for 7 yards, that's bad.
I mean, if you
we don't want that. We want this kid sitting back there all day getting coverage sacked like he's been the last couple of weeks.
If you told me ahead, like Wednesday night, hey, Jackson Arnold threw the ball 30 times on Saturday, I would say 2 things. One, they were in a situation where they had to throw the ball and it did not go well for them, or he just absolutely dotted up this Georgia defense. I'm inclined to believe that the first one is more likely. So, yeah, you would say you want Jackson Arnold to throw the ball 30 times.
Number 2, protect on play action, for the love of God. When we call a play action play, seeking a 60-yard explosive, get it protected, man. Like, your offense, and this is you guys, I don't know. I've never charted other teams. I don't even chart Georgia. But I know what Georgia's downfield numbers are in terms of the number of times they want to attack downfield in each given quarter. And it's about 1 a quarter is what Kirby Smart says. That is his verbatim quota. History says 1 deep shot a quarter. That's what they live off of. So we ain't taking 17 of them a football game.
Yeah.
So if we're calling 5 or 6 of them at most in a football game, we better be getting those 5 or 6 completed or at least attempted downfield. We can't be taking rushed off sacks, moved them off his spot, all that yada, yada, yada. Not on those plays. We're hunting. We've got to be able to kill when we get those opportunities. Number 1, play clean. No stupid turnovers. Turnovers will happen. Like, I'm not saying, obviously, going to the game, we got to play clean. Duh. I'm more talking about, like, can't turn the ball over in your own end. Can't turn the ball over when you're in the green zone, right? Can't turn the ball over in silly situations or silly opportunities. Got to play clean on the road in those instances.
I like that. I also had forced Jackson Arnold to beat you just with his arm. I think that if you put them in a situation where Jackson has to go out and throw the ball, you're in a winning spot there. Take away the run game, take away this RPO stuff. Make Jackson Arnold go out there and say, hey, we need you to constantly pull it and make throws. 4, I have stay in runnable situations for all 4 quarters. What do I mean by that? You're never in a spot where it's, dang, we're behind the sticks right now. We got to throw the ball to get. Obviously, you're going to be able to have some passes in this game. You're going to need to throw the ball. But stay in situations where it doesn't feel like it's mandatory for you to throw or it's expected for you to throw. It's obvious that you're throwing. Number 3, and this kind of goes with number 4, put Gunnar Stockton in winnable situations. Don't give him a bunch of pictures and windows that he might not be comfortable throwing. Don't try to have him force the issue because we really need you to make these middle field throws over the middle of the field and put touch on the ball. Get Gunnar Stockton the right answers that he's comfortable with. Number 2, get your playmakers touches. I think it's imperative this game that Colby Young touches the ball a lot, Zachariah Branch touches the ball a lot, Nate Frazier, Chauncey Bones, even Dwight Phillips. Like, you have the amount of playmakers on this team. There's a plethora of them. Give them access to the football. Get things to get going with them because they've trusted you for this long. And my number 1 is take care of the football. It's an obvious one. It's a big one. Georgia's lost the turnover battle in all 5 of their previous losses. You lost the turnover battle in 2023, and it almost cost you the game. Take care of the football. Don't provide this crowd any momentum. Don't provide this team any reason, any short fields. If you do all those things, you will be fine.
We have a joint statement.
I saw this. It's all about we support each other.
It's all fugazi.
We're bought in.
Is what it is.
This is talking about Bill Belichick and UNC, by the way.
Yeah, we got joint statements. I'm fully committed to the UNC football program and the program we're building here. Bill Belichick says, Bubba Cunningham. We still making Bubbas? Bubba got to be 75. Will you Google Bubba Cunningham? He's got to be 75 years old. Coach Belichick has the full support of the Department of Athletics. And
63.
63. So we're no. The answer is no. We're not
That's
still
a Bubba,
making
all
Bubbas.
right.
He looked like a Bubba?
That's a Bubba. Hang on.
He got cheeks like a Bubba. I
Face
feel like
cheeks,
I feel like a Bubba got to have chubby cheeks.
Yeah.
We ain't calling skinny folks Bubba, are we?
Bro looked like the kid off Malcolm in the Middle.
No. Oh, no, he doesn't look like a Bubba.
That doesn't look like a Bubba to you?
No.
What does that look like to you?
I'm trying to think. Not a Bubba, though. I feel like Bubba's got to have thick cheeks. You know?
I know.
Maybe a chaw in his mouth, too.
Ah,
Spitting into a tin cup, it go ding when he spit, you know?
facial cheeks. Okay.
I mean, Jesus, son. What in the world?
Good one, Jay Will.
It's Wednesday, not Thursday. You know?
It's my Thursday.
Rein it in just a tad.
It's my Thursday.
Top 5 things you can do from me.
Okay.
Take advantage of the young defensive moments that
That's
Auburn
number
has.
5?
Yeah.
Or is that number 1?
This is number 5.
Okay. So you're building.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a clear picture of where we're going.
I haven't done my part here of the top 5, so I'm doing my top 5 right now. Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Number 5.
Take advantage of Auburn's young defensive moments. As you mentioned, they play a lot of young guys, probably going to be out of position at times. Maybe you're able to confuse them when you get them in those situations. Take advantage of it. Make sure it's for big yards, and you really capitalize on those moments. Number 4, force Auburn's hand. More talking about on offense, Georgia on defense, forcing Auburn's hand offensively. I think you can really kind of dictate what they do offensively. Where, like, if Arnold's going to pull the ball on the RPO, I think you can force him into some tight window throws and making him feel uncomfortable. So make sure you keep it that way, that you're forcing how Auburn is going to play offense on Saturday. Number 3, trust your running backs to be special. They have been so far this year, and I know what the numbers say about Auburn's defensive line and how they play against the run, but I think Georgia can run the ball on them, in my opinion. I think you will be able to. That's just my take based on what I saw today on the film. I think you can. So just trust them. Keep trusting them. If it's not there at first, just keep feeding them, because I think that what they've shown this year is that they're eventually going to break them loose. They're going to get a couple on you, so just keep trusting them. Number 2, disrupt the pocket defensively, and I'm not talking about sending pressure. I'm not talking about sending blitzes. I think, and we talked about this during the film study, because you run RPOs, you're reading key guys, and naturally they're just going to flow into the pocket. So even if you are going to pull the ball, there's still going to be somebody right there around Jackson Arnold's feet or somewhere around the vicinity of him. Just constantly be disruptive in that department. And then number 1, avoid the 3rd and longs, no duh, but most importantly, survive, win / if you do get in those scenarios. And if they are going to send a zero blitz at you, make sure you get the right call and make sure everybody's on the same page, because you might hit one for an explosive if you get it all licked up on these screen passes, because I think that's what you're going to have to do against these. Texas A&M did it, and they picked up some big yards there. So win those moments if you do get in those situations. Don't let them get you for a 10-yard sack to where now you're not able to flip the field position.
What do you consider a 3rd and long?
I would say anywhere from 3rd and 7 or more.
I'll go 3rd.
Like a 3rd and 6? Or like a 3rd and 7?
No, I would say 3rd and 7 or beyond. That would be a 3rd and long.
How tall is Elias Williams?
I don't know, like 6'12".
I mean, let's be realistic.
Not 7 foot, but probably like 6'12".
What number's Dalen Everett?
He's caught on now. There's no way we're going to get him to do
Dalen
it.
Everett wears 6.
How about Daniel Harris?
I don't know. I haven't seen the past couple weeks. I can't remember.
He knows. He knows.
Damn it. Top 5 don'ts from yours truly. Number 6, don't let Hugh scheme you up.
Ooh.
Don't let him get a good drive in there. You know, Hugh be doing this every once in a while, particularly at home. Number 5, don't let the voodoo even become a factor.
No, don't.
Don't let it. Don't be in a fourth quarter.
Make this a
football game.
2021 game where we're going to come out.
I'm an easy Auburn fan. Don't be out here allowing fourth quarter magics to happen. You know what I mean? Go out here and handle business. Number 4, don't forget your flashlights. They're going to be doing a lot of funky stuff with the lights out here in the night game.
Oh,
you know?
like, where are you
so
going
when we're in the
for?
middle of the fourth quarter and it's change of possession, change the quarter, and y'all over there doing coaching adjustments on the squeegee board, don't forget your flashlights. I know the iPads maybe have to turn the brightness up on them, but nonetheless, be ready for the light show out there. You know, no airport near Jordan Harris, so they're probably going to have a drone show. So just get ready for that one. Number 3, don't expect anything other than a war. You know? Don't go over here. I mean, every time y'all go over here is a sneaky football game.
Yeah.
So expect that. Even that game in, 2019, y'all jumped on them. And then the whole second half, Bo Nix.
It was a one-score football game.
Bo Nix was
unconscious in the second half. Something like that. Don't let it happen. Be out there, finish them. Number 2, the 2 and 1 are real things here. The first 4 are like, you know. Number 2, don't let Keldrick Fault take over this game.
Oh, boy.
Don't let their best defensive player be the best player on the field because he will shut you down. So don't let that happen. And offensively, y'all know what it is. Don't let Cam Coleman beat you. Do not let number 8 be the reason that you lose a football game.
Mm-hmm.
I said it a couple weeks ago. He going to get somebody.
Yeah.
Don't let it be you. And even if you have to completely tilt the field to make sure it's not him, do that. Because through 2 weeks of SEC play, you know what Hugh doesn't do? Hugh don't hide number 8 in the slot. Hugh's not out here putting, Cam Coleman at running back, motioning him out, making you find out where he's at. They're not playing hide Cam. They don't do it. They leave him over there, and if you want to eliminate him, they're fine with you eliminating him. They'll just play elsewhere. I'm fine with that. I'd rather you play elsewhere.
Do you think that could be a wrinkle he adds, though?
Yeah, I mean, but my question is, he's coaching for his life. He has been. He's been coaching for his life. So why you were in here today. How anemic was that offensive game plan at Texas A&M?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same stuff.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you watch Torian York have the game of his life, and he's a great football player. But again, for the second straight week, it felt like Connor Stallions was in his headset. Hey, this is what they're doing. No, it's just Hughes calling plays. They've been running the same stuff for 50 snaps now, Coach. By the 30th snap, I done figured out what they got going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, don't let Cam Coleman be the only reason you lose, though. We got anything else?
Well, we have our 5 don'ts.
Oh, my bad.
It's also
good. Go ahead. Come on.
Number 5, can't make Auburn's job easier. When you get him in the third and long situations, can't give him a free 15 on a DPI. Can't do the defensive holding. Don't do those things. Don't make it even easier for them to move the ball on you, or don't give up field position for yourself by holding calls or false starts. Georgia's been really good at that. The last time, actually, that they went to Auburn in 2023, you walked out of there with only 3 penalties.
Yeah.
Need a replication of that one this game. Number 4, can't have multiple 3-and-outs on offense. You can't let this crowd continue to just build up because you're stalling out on offense. It also means that you're just leaving the door open for them to either get back in the game or take over the game. So I just don't think that – so maybe one, but you can't have multiple of them. Like, we can't have strings of them especially. Number 3, you have to avoid massive momentum turns in their favor. That would be through turnovers, or that would be them getting a score to close the half and then them opening up the second half with a score, things of that nature. Don't give them extra juice. Don't do those things. Avoid those plays if at all possible.
Make them live off the foos.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 2, don't allow Auburn to find comfort in the run game. You know, this hasn't been something that they've been committed to. Hugh Freeze talked about it their last game where he's like, we got to get back to running the football. Maybe that's something that they try on this defense, but don't let that become a safety net for them where they're able to pick up 4 yards whenever they need to, or this, that, and the other. Make sure that it is. We still can't run the ball. I don't know if we can trust that. Then my final don't allow them to pick up third downs consistently. It is atrocious, guys. I looked at the numbers today. Of every team in the country against conference opponents on third down, Auburn is dead last. What do you? What's the conversion rate, you think? 10%.
Whoa!
They are converting on 10% of third downs so far this
season?
Year. Against conference opponents. They're dead last in the country, though, against conference opponents.
I thought they were 1 for 23, so how's that 10%?
I looked at the numbers today. Now,
numbers are lying.
On the contrary, if you go and look at their home numbers or their home splits on third down, they're converted about 55%. But conference play has been a different story. Continue that trend. Get these guys off the field. Make them feel hopeless offensively. And I think if you do that, you're going to be just fine in this game.
My 5, Jay will touch on a couple of them. First one, don't start slow. This is the most obvious one. You've started slow against them in 2023. You've started slow in a handful of games last year and this year, and it's cost you drastically so far. This cannot be one of them that you have. Don't lose first down. I know that third down is going to be a big emphasis of stat. What you do on first down to get in second and manageable will heavily dictate this game. If Auburn is consistently getting 4 and 5 yards, their third down conversion rate is probably going to be higher. So win first down is my most important one. Don't bust assignments in the secondary. We've seen a handful of times this year. Got a lot of young DBs back there. Make sure that they're all ready to go in this and not making mistakes. Number 4 is obvious. Don't let the crowd have an effect on this game or give them a reason to get hype. That means turnovers, chunk plays, big moments. Make this as boring as a game as possible for Auburn fans because it will positively affect you. Kind of what Alabama did for Georgia. And my number 5 one, and this one once again is obvious, but I have flashbacks from last year, and it's very important. Don't miss tackles. I think back to last year, a dead to rights Jarquez Hunter running into the end zone and scoring points because you guys are missing tackles.
That was the assumption play.
Who is there covering that game with me?
I was there, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was the case because I thought I had heard after the fact that when Jarquez Hunter broke that run, they actually had to tell a certain portion of the press box to stop clapping. Like, hey, it's a professional environment, no rooting for Auburn.
Yeah, there was that.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, he got out.
Actually, I think that's how they said it sounded exactly.
Verbatim.
It wasn't me. It was not me.
Interesting.
Was that all just a setup for that?
But that was
that the whole ploy? That actually happened. You're trying to tie that back to me? What the hell, man?
I didn't.
I can remember that play vividly, though, because I remember coming in here on Monday, and Brooks and I were watching film, and I told him, I was like, I know that this isn't the typical defense because I watched Malachi Starks, of all people, assume that someone else was going to make a play and stop running.
That was one of those moments last year where we're like, something's not right.
There is something weird.
This is not
going
Georgia
on.
football. Something's not right.
Yeah. And I was like, jeez.
And then to watch that, and then we watch so much other football now that kind of stuff sticks out, right? Because we were at the time we were watching Texas put balls to the wall, playing out of their mind on this, particularly the defensive side of the football, and then to turn that on and see it from a team in the red and black, it was just very weird.
Yeah,
you know.
Super Chubs.
Oh, Super Chubs.
I believe we have a couple.
Let's do it. Let's get to these here Super Chubs. Let's get to the fan funding portion of this broadcast. Oh, I like this one. Hunter Lacey, a big fan of Christian Kirby, says he's not AJC Kirby anymore. Now he's War Eagle Kirby.
No, the hell I'm
Wiggle, wiggle, baby.
No.
Go ahead, talk to him.
Let him know.
Hey,
it's your last day on the show. You want to talk some shit? Let's hear it.
All I will say is this. Of the three members on this platform, on this stage right now,
what are you doing?
One of them has a family member who attended Auburn. And it's not me either.
Ooh.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think he obtained the degree. I think a Georgia graduate that he was dating at the time got that degree for him. So I don't think it necessarily counts.
Oh.
You know?
Teamwork makes a dream.
This is getting juicy.
Let's see here. Hold my beer. I live in a house divided. My oldest roots for Bama for her mom.
I'm sorry.
My 3-year-old is a dog. Shout out to the 3-year-old. We're
kid.
expecting number 3. What are my odds I get another dog? Well, if Bama keeps winning these football games, I don't know.
No.
You know? Also, boy or girl?
Look,
Is number 3 a boy or girl?
this is a nice, easy, simple solution for you. Just
Sabotage?
number 3 has to be introduced to talk
Collusion.
that dog.
That's what
And
it is.
there it is.
Yep.
That's a dog fan for life right there.
Make him a ball knower. Might be a dog. Sammy, our man Sammy, says he's headed to Auburn this weekend. Hell yes. I got to meet Sammy this weekend. Sammy Ibrahim, our man, traveling the world, watching
awesome.
all the best college football games. Headed to Auburn. Do you guys remember where you were for the 2013 Auburn UGA game? I was at Mellow Mushroom as a 7-year-old breaking down in tears. And Jay Will, how often do you think Auburn will send 6, maybe 7 guys at Gunner?
Depends on how many third and longs you get in this game. If you do, then yes, they will be sending quite a few people.
3rd and 6? 3rd and 7?
No, I told you it's 3rd and 7 or more. That would be classified as a third and long. Where I was,
Do I remember the 2013 Auburn game? Yeah, I snuck into it.
I was at my dad's friend's house watching it in the backyard, and I was jumping up and down on the fire pit until the pass was tipped.
Quite
sunk in
a
chair.
day and a night that day.
I was at my house, and we had just finished watching the game and then went over to our neighbors where they were having – I think there was a UFC fight on that night. So we all went there, and as we opened the door, we were immediately met with a bunch of people who were not Georgia fans pointing at us and laughing. One of the most humiliating nights of my life.
I had a buddy attempt the 30-rack challenge that day. Bet us friends that he could drink a 30-pack of Natty Lights prior to a 11 a.m. local kick.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
To which we said, no.
Is that friend still with
No
us?
way.
Is that friend still with
I
us
wouldn't
today?
name him by government name, but unfortunately for story's purposes, he now shapes young minds.
Oh.
He's a teacher, so don't want to cast him out. He slept in the bushes, dude.
I bet he did.
He did. Super Chubs. Biggest flop, Derek Rogers. Unfortunate. Did we already get that
Yeah,
one?
we
we
got
did.
that. I think we're good.
All right, we're good. We'll see y'all tomorrow for another loaded show. Little two-man action tomorrow. Old Vacation Kirby back at it.
Back at it.
My friend decided it was time to
Don't
have
even
a fall
defend yourself,
wedding.
Vacation Kirby. Take your flip-flop wearing ass and get on out. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Damn.
Love you, buddy.
Damn.